And we're back.
Oh,
For those
and this
people who
time,
may,
all of the when you did this one, all
yeah,
of the other alerts came through. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all of them came through this time.
very good, very good, very good. For those of you who may be confused, as we are, I went live just a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago, and it didn't do the live connected to the advertised link, and therefore nothing was happening. So we went down, came back on the advertised live, and now we are live. So we're waiting as people pop in. Hopefully they'll populate. I'm looking here to see if we have indeed some live here. It says yes, it says we're live. Good. So absolutely. So yeah, sorry about that, folks. Just a little technical snafu yet once again, but hey, we're good. We're good. It's all good. Yes, Joanna Baldola. Is that Jojo? Is that Joanna? Jojo? It is, isn't it?
You know what? I would have never known that.
I think it is. I think it is.
I see it's on Facebook. Wait, I think I do. Someone is asking me, so I'm trying to see.
Absolutely.
But I see the alert, so I think we are. Yeah.
Good.
Wait.
Patty the healer, we are fine. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, Jojo, you are at the top of the list. Again, let me know. Yes, it is Jojo. Good. That's what I was thought. Yeah, yeah. Yes, welcome in everybody. Again, with technical issue, a little bit of glitch there. We thought we were off to a great start, and we're realizing, oh, we're not even on the. We're
It's
not even
okay,
on the
but we
room
fixed
one.
it so fast you guys didn't even know.
Exactly, because we good.
That's that wand. I brought the wand back out. Like, wait a minute.
There you go. You got to keep everybody in order. I'm sorry because I'm thirsty today. Brenda, welcome. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Everybody, today we're going to do things a little differently. We're shaking things up. First and foremost, the other thing is if you had a reading last week, please don't have a reading this week. And unless we have some space, then we'll fit you in if we can. But let's let some other folks join in, which is nice. Hello, Lynn. Nice to see you. For those of you who, when you want a reading, you don't have to tell us general or specific. Not a problem today. What we'll do is I'm going to list you as you join and want a reading. All you have to do is tell me you want a reading. When it is your turn, I'm going to make a list of where it's published. When it's your turn, I will publish in advance via the chat section, letting you know you are next and give us your question. If you are not here and you cannot publish your question, then we will move on and we will ask the next person in line. So again, we're doing things a little differently. We're shaking things up a little bit, and but we're going to try to get as many people as we can a reading. So Angie, how was your week so far?
It has been okay. A little bit busy.
That didn't
Monday
seem too
was.
affirming.
I went back. I went to class on Monday. It was good. The readings were good. The energy was good. I enjoyed being back in that atmosphere again. But other than that, it's been a pretty good week. I did a reading for my friend's daughter just before, like at about 4 o'clock, and it brought me to tears 3 times. Like I was like, oh, okay, then I know all this information is good because why am I in like full blown tears right now? So it was good. But it's been a full week and it's only Wednesday. So
Oh,
that should
geez.
tell you something. And I would also like to say for all of y'all who want to know where Keena is, she's not here. She abandoned us because of my niece, Kamora, is trying out for cheer and she's going to the parent meeting tonight. So maybe she'll peek in later. But right now she's at the parent meeting.
Or at least that's what she wants us to believe.
Right.
No, she'd
Like
be
I
here.
want y'all to believe this is water.
I
It
was
is, I
trying to
promise.
I was
I
trying to go
promise.
on Twitch because Linda was saying, Angel Eyes was saying that that on Twitch it is not working. So I was going to look it up
I
real quick.
see it. Oh, well, I see
Your Twitch or mine?
your Twitch.
Oh, mine. Okay.
I don't see mine, so I don't know what I did. But it says that
It
I'm
shows yours too
on.
here.
You
It shows
see it?
yours too.
Okay, so maybe I just get the alerts for your stuff and you get the alerts for mine. So I see that
Exactly.
you're on. Oh, no, I do see both of them. I'm having a slow moment.
It's like, okay. Let me get down here. Let's see what we're doing here on Face of the Books. And
Patty says Jesus turned water into wine. Patty, you are my new best friend.
now, is that Keena's cup or is Keena on timeout?
It is
So no
not
glass?
Keena's cup. Shh, don't tell her. I was drinking out of it earlier, so it's on the other side of the room and it has cranberry juice in it. But on the other side of the room.
My nose is itching. So it's interesting. Super, 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 super. Yep, good to see everything is popping up. Maybe we will have a good technical night tonight. So
Right.
Linda says I have a dark cloud low. It wasn't working for me. Oh yeah, your dark cloud has subsided, Linda. So now your Twitch cloud has come with a silver lining on it. It should be working now, hopefully. But the good part is you found YouTube, and that's good as well. Love the YouTube ones. That's for sure. Excuse me.
I was like, wait, in your life you have a dark cloud? I
I
immediately was like, oh my God, what?
Yeah, I had to think twice too when I first read that. I'm thinking, oh, okay, we're talking about Twitch. It's like I was telling Angie, I'm liking my beard. It's kind of getting to a point where it's like nice and furry and fluffy and lush, and it's like I'm kind of liking this. Beard boy. So right now we have JoJo, Affirm, Wellness, Brenda, Lynn, and Linda in the lineup. And so Angie, crazy energy this week. I don't know what it was, but things have just been crazy, and it's like every time I'm taking 2 steps forward, I feel like I'm taking at least 2 backwards because it's like so much to do. But it's been frenetic, and I don't know if it's like something in the cosmos or just surrounding me. I'm not sure which.
My energy has been crazy, but in a way that I feel disconnected from spirit, but I can still hear them incessantly and see everything that they want me to see. So not disconnected where I can't hear and see and feel, but just I don't know that my interpretation of my information is correct. Everybody else seems to be pretty good, but for me on my side, it feels a little uh, scattered or not as clear. But I do know that usually when I have those moments where I am very foggy or disconnected, it's an expansion, it's an upgrade, it's something that is happening new for me. So maybe next week I'll be able to walk on water.
Ooh, baby. Woo-hoo. Maybe you can crush grapes and walk on wine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice. You can do that.
Or maybe I can convert all my calories to zero. Like,
well, I told you how to do that. You just break your food. As long as you break it by hand, the calories fall out. So it's okay.
Yes, the blessing is in the breaking. Yes.
Yes. It's all about the breaking. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, this week, on more than one occasion, I had to put my attorney hat back on, and it wasn't that pretty. I don't like getting into be that person. I don't like being that person when I have to really hit that button. But oh Lord, have mercy. At least two times this week, I was like, okay, no. Mr. Nice Guy, not so much. Mr. Esquire, yeah. So little reminder.
I'm sure the people on the other side don't like when you have to do that either.
No, they don't. And they're like, yeah, it's not appreciated, but it was needed, much needed. And I was put in the corner where I had to go there, and I'm like, don't do that to me. Just don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't put what is it? Don't put baby in a corner.
Hello.
Yes. So as you all know, I was gone last week. I went to Maryland, and while I was there, I visited with my mother and spent the time going crazy, getting her house listed because she's going to be moving, and spending time getting all that taken care of, and doing all kinds of other things here, there, and around. And so it was a crazy week, but I missed you guys, missed everybody. I was missed not reading, so I was glad being back on Monday night at class and reading. We had quite of an excitement before class started. But that quickly took care of itself, thank goodness. And then we went on. And it's interesting because I read for a lady, and unfortunately, she has 12 or 13 aunts and uncles and she doesn't know.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say 12 or 13 kids. I'm like, oh my God.
Exactly. The interesting thing is there was 13. Anyway, there's just so much that she doesn't know about her family. And so I'm telling her, and asking her, don't give me feedback. And I gave her the whole thing about this person coming in and so forth. And she's like, I wish I could own it. I don't know them. I don't know my family. And I'm like, oh, geez. I was like, man, I would love to. I said, well, eventually maybe you'll find out about this one. And I gave her some ways that maybe she can figure out by connecting to certain people. So, but it was a great reading otherwise. I just couldn't confirm it because she's like, I don't know my family. And I'm like, geez.
That night, I got a weird trail of events like Becker, the TV show. Becker, they kept like because every time I read for somebody, I want to know their name, or I say, what information do you have? And I say their name. And so I said her name, and I heard Allison Becker, Becker. And I kept saying, oh, either she's a baker or this has to do with Becker. And I said Baker or Becker. And I was like, is that your last name? And she said no. And we kept on. And they kept showing me over and over and over the star of Becker. And then I was like, the guy from Cheers. I kept saying Tony Danza. And I was like, no, it's not him. And so finally we figured out who it was. And they took me all the way back to Cheers. And she said, oh, yeah, my husband's name is Sam. And I was like, that was such a long way. You could have said Samantha. You could have said sounds like Pam, like anything. You took me that long way. And I was like, well, why is that significant to her? Like, that was a really crazy event. And that was a show that I watched casually when it was on. And I thought it was hilarious, but I don't remember anybody else watching it when I used to watch it. But I thought it was fun.
It is a long way to get to the right answer. It's like, holy crap. Lord have mercy. Can I get a direct line next time?
You could have just wrote SAM. I can read.
Exactly. That's like calling 911 and getting transferred 3 times.
Right. But they did send some nice firemen when they actually showed up. I was like, hello. I wrote all their names down like.
I told Angie and Tina, our moderator, that if I have a medical emergency during our class, I want those EMTs.
And I wrote their names down so we can specifically ask for them.
Exactly.
Tempe Fire.
Yes.
I remember. I read their shirts and all of their names were in there. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Vaughn's the one that stands out.
Vaughn, Austin, and Ryan. I remember clearly.
Yes. Tattoos. Tattoos on one of the arms like this. Is like, anyway.
Nice arms too.
Yes.
And I'd be like, I don't want you to put me in the bed. Just carry me to the ambulance.
Angie was thinking, can she have a medical emergency? She's like, I need to create something here.
I'm about to fall out. I feel discombobulated too. Take me too. She don't want to go put me in the machine. I don't want to go.
Yeah, it's like I'm having palpitations. Angie was like, here, check my heart.
I was like, oh, okay. Do you need somebody to contact in the future? Let me give you my number.
Exactly.
They were definitely hot, Patty.
Yes.
Definitely hot. Like.
Yes. So with that said, now the energy is raised big time. Welcome, Sherry Berry, by the way. Welcome.
I'm glad Sherry. You're feeling better, Sherry Berry. She said she's been sick for 2 days.
And Sherry, you missed a good class. You missed a good class.
I told her.
So with that said, let's get to it. First is JoJo. JoJo, is it a specific question or a general question? What's up, JoJo?
I don't know what her question is, but I immediately heard, you have to go. So is there some place that you're dreading going or not wanting to go? But I immediately heard, you have to go. Funeral. Okay. I heard, you have to go. Hey, naturally divine goddess. Oh, I'm sorry, JoJo. Tanisha told me she made it there. She was dead tired. And it was like 1:18 when I was going back, and the only way you could reach her is on WhatsApp. So if you want that information, I'll ask her, can I pass it on? But I was connecting with her on WhatsApp, and she said she was just dead tired and she wanted to go and take a nap. But it was like 1:18 in the morning when we were going back and forth, and that was a couple hours ago. And I think she's in Lisbon. Yes, I think
I
that's what she
saw the,
said.
I saw
Oh, there
the,
she is. She's
I
alive.
was gonna say I saw the video and she was not certain whether she was gonna go home and shower or sleep or whether she was going to see the
Go out
town.
and explore. She said she was tired.
So have you been to the apartment yet, Tanisha? I guess Oeiras is the town.
She says, I'm in my bed. Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh,
Are you
yay!
alone? Did you
Oh,
already find yourself
oh
a
no.
Portuguese man?
Oh. And also, people want to know if I can share your WhatsApp information. Sherry wants it. Sherry Berry wants it. Oh,
Oh, Eras. That's the name of the town, I guess. Oh, Eras.
oh.
That's how it's pronounced. Uh-huh.
I just like to say I have a friend that lives abroad.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna keep saying that over and over. My friend that moved abroad, that lives abroad. Like I'm a worldly person.
I know. The closest I can say is I have a friend who is abroad. That's as close as it goes for me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh, back to I'm sorry, back to
Jojo.
JoJo. Who
Sorry, Jojo.
passed JoJo that you gotta go to a funeral? Like, okay, so I get is it a male that passed? I get a male energy.
Oh,
Or
she's
the
going to a
person
funeral. I didn't see that.
yeah, I thought so. Yeah, because I said you have to go, and I think she typed the word funeral.
Oh, I see it. Mhm.
Yeah, and so um they're saying you have to go, but you'll be okay. Like I feel like you'll be a shoulder to cry on. You'll be more of a help. Like you'll be busy. They make it seem like you'll be busy at the funeral, helping out the family. Oh no, she said no. I meant general. I thought she said funeral because I'm like, oh well, they make it seem like you're going to be busy going around. So wherever it is that you have to go, I've heard your story. Wherever it is that okay, wherever she's going to be, like you're going to be busy providing. No, like you're going to be. Let me see. Providing a shoulder. Why does it say my battery is running low? Oh wait, maybe I never unplugged it up. Hold on.
We interrupt this program for a specially recorded news brief. Angie has left the building.
Okay, I'm back. 'Cause it was about to be dead, dead, dead. I'm back. Okay. Jeez, oh Pete. But I hear you have to go, and they just see you like running around. So, is it you preparing to go, like rushing through the house or whatever? But I see you like running around doing.
Did you freeze? No, you're good. You're back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to get more information.
No, I'm saying you actually froze from my point of view.
Oh,
It's like, and I'm
sorry.
like,
Oh, maybe it was because it was adjusting to now having some power.
it's like, we like this.
And you know what? I've been texting my son for the last 5 minutes. He has not come in here yet. I could be in here having a heart attack or falling out somewhere, and 911 would never make it because he ain't even come see what I want. I do better asking y'all to call 911. I can hear him screaming.
Just pretend to be a video game, and then he give you the attention you need.
Listen, he lucky I don't know how to send him something on to his video game and to be like, hey, your mom wants you.
Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? It's like parents' revenge,
It just
right?
be an angry face like, your mom, Brandon, come here.
Yes. I mean, his friends
Anytime
be
I walk in the
dogging.
room, he never knows if I'm going to be nice mom or mad mom. So he always mute. I see him mute his headset like, oh man, here she goes. I heard him cussing there one day. I almost had a heart attack. Like, oh my God, not my little Brandon. Like 2-year-old Brandon, that's how I still see him. And I heard a cuss word and I was like, oh, how dare you? I didn't even know what to do. I just had a glass of wine. Okay, back to JoJo. I'm sorry, JoJo. Like, keep going way off on tangent. Um, it makes it seem like you're anxious, but you don't have to be. Things are working out in your favor. Like, again, they keep showing the timeline that things are going to be okay. The busy must be you preparing for where you're going, like preparing behind the scenes. Like, I see you shuffling papers and getting stuff together, and like you're busy about preparation to go. And so, but it's going to work out in your favor. You're going to be prepared. You're going to be honest. Like, I feel like you're just honest and straightforward. And that's the thing, is they're going to see your sincerity. They're going to see your honesty, and they're going to see that you, um, just literally want this process to be over and done with. Like, you don't want to prolong it. You don't want anything to happen. But I keep hearing he's going to give you what you want. Like, it may be a little bit of prolonging it in the middle, but eventually I just hear him say he's going to give you what you want. And I keep feeling like there's a third party, like another person, like he's already um um moving on, is how I feel, or how I see it. Like, there seems to be another, like that's going to be what makes him just give in. Like, you know what, I just want to move on and get it over with. Maybe from the prompting of another person or something. Like, but I feel like you're going to get exactly what you want, and then that's all I get.
Okay. I was looking because I don't see anybody on Facebook on either of us, but I know we have Facebook up. So,
Somebody else said that too, because a lot of people are on YouTube and they're saying, "Now I found you," but it said that we were live.
yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's interesting.
Okay, let me go back.
It says was
Oh,
live. See, mine says was live.
so maybe it's when we when we switched it, booted us out of that one, because we were live. Now we're not again.
It's just
I'm
crazy.
over
It's
Facebook.
crazy.
I am so over it, people.
Let me go here and see what I can see if I can do something. Let's see.
Because let me look. Yeah, it says that we're live on all of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're on all of them. I don't know.
I know mine shows that too, so I don't know what's the story. It's kind of strange. So I tell you, technology, technology can be a real bear. That's all I can say. That's all I will say. I'm even going over to look at Sonoran Mystic Tarot to see if anything is there. Do 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 do. Let's see. Am I up there? Okay, it shows some things there. 6 views, comments, free. Yeah, no, no, no. Still not there either properly. So I don't know. Whoops. Did I lose you? I lost you for like a second.
Oh, because I went in and tried to see if
Oh,
I needed to do anything, but I didn't. It was all. It says that we're on, so I don't know.
I know. And mine even shows the advert and everything, but for some reason, oh goodness. Sorry everybody about that, but hopefully the people from Facebook will pop over. So I think I should post something on Facebook to tell them to pop over. I don't even know how to. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just I'll share the link from our oh shoot, from our YouTube.
Oh,
And
that's a
we
good
thought we
idea.
had it all down so easy.
I know. I was so proud.
All right, I think it has to just be a general thing, because mine won't cast to my TV. I normally watch it, it won't cast to my TV. So.
Let me see one more thing, and then I can get back to this. I'm sorry, folks. We are trying to figure this out as we go along, and it's always something, but at least it's something that can be fixed, hopefully. So let's see what happens here. Yes, I did the same thing. I said, okay, yeah, I did. I moved. I did the same thing. I posted to both Sonora Mystic Tarot and my Facebook. So we'll have to see how that works. Ay, 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 ay. So
One day we'll get it.
absolutely. So Jojo, let's get back to you. Sorry, Jojo. It's like Jojo's like this is the longest, most
You're gonna have
interesting
to
reading
watch
I've
it
ever
in parts.
So let's see. Kendra, yes, Kendra, I will add you to the list. Now with Jojo, with the Twitch and YouTube, you can always move that bar on the end, and it brings you up to date. It's like the speed bar on the bottom, and it'll bring you up to date if you're having a delay there. Um, let's see. Yeah, Kendra, I'll add you to the list. Jojo. Jojo, let me do the cards because um, I don't know. I'm getting kind of mixed signal, mixed kind of stuff, and it's not really, for some reason, it's not clear tonight. And usually when I read for you, I do tend to get clear stuff. So I'm like, I don't know if it's the the technology or what. I don't know. But let's see, mixed layers. Yep, look at this, the judgment card. That's about the law, legal issues and the law stuff. It's going to turn out to in your advantage, in your favor, because we have that 10, the 10 of Pentacles. You just have to have patience because it's going to work itself out. There's still things to be worked out. So this is not, again, going to be a very, fast thing, but it's being, and look at this, the Justice card. So again, the Justice card is going to work itself through again with judgment and justice. The good part, again, with that and this tells you that hang in there, work through this issue. It may seem at times where you're getting behind the eight ball or whether things don't look good or whatever, but stay positive because ultimately the outcome is good. Okay, again, there's a lot of things to go through, a lot of hurdles to jump through. You are far from where you need to be yet. Something's going to shift the whole problem though, because here's the overall energy and it's a change. So something's going to shift and it's out of your control. It's something beyond your control that will, yes, Divine God, I did. Something that's going to, beyond your controls, going to switch things up. And it's going to be ultimately in your favor. So keep moving forward. Don't stop pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Be patient. This is that patient card. Be patient with your energy. Be patient with your thoughts. Just work through things. Be patient, and you will be celebrating in the end. So keep that in mind, Jojo. That's what I'm seeing in the cards. And I love when I can do the cards from time to time because they're very objective. They're not subjective. And so I'm loving that subjectively. The cards were smiling on me today. Hopefully that helps you, Jojo.
Did you get the Judgment card?
I had the Judgment and the Justice card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of them. The Judgment was first, and the Justice was like the sixth card in.
Okay. I thought I heard you say that, but I want to be.
Yep, that'd be me. That'd be me.
Oh, Judgment and Justice. That's good. That aligns.
Really?
Yes. Okay.
Well, especially with that 10 of Pentacles in between, because that 10 of Pentacles right beside Judgment tells you it's going to come in your favor.
I feel like this is the only thing that's on her mind right now. Like, it's consuming a lot of her thoughts right now because they show a lot of swords to me, and it's very consuming just because she doesn't know she doesn't know what to expect. Like this, like she feels like this person is a little bit different than who she thought she married or who she thought she knew, and so it's a lot. Like she's like, I don't know what to expect, and because it seems like she's never gone through this situation before. So it is definitely consuming a lot of her mental capacity. But they want to reassure you that you don't have to be worried.
Jojo, do you have, other than the court situation, do you have something coming up, an appointment like in the next week or two? Is it like school related or medical related? Is there something coming up in the next week or two in reference to that? Because I'm getting something about that as well. Okay, I was asking because again, I'm getting something about an appointment in the next week or so, and I'm getting this this directive that you need to make sure you have your paperwork. Make sure you have all your paperwork ready because apparently they need paperwork or you have to give paperwork or something. So make sure your paperwork is in order. Make sure you have it ready because they're gonna be asking you for some different pieces of paperwork, and you want to make sure you have them. So keep that in mind, okay, Jojo? That's what's coming to my mind. That was the one thing. So again, it's showing me like a file to have your paperwork in order. Make sure you're ready to go when time comes, okay? Beautiful Sagittarius. Yes, we can add you to the list. Hopefully it helps you, Jojo. Again, hang in there, be patient. The legal stuff is going to work itself out. And even the Social Security stuff will be good. You just have to have your ducks in a row. That's the important thing. Next is Affirm Wellness. And Affirm Wellness, let us know what your question is.
And Affirm Wellness, thank you. I saw your comment early on when you said it was a nice background. Thank you. It was a gift. Oh wait, did I just turn the sound off? I can't hear you, Don.
Oh no, I'm good. Next was Affirm Wellness. So I was waiting. Wellness, general
Oh, he
question.
said general. Okay. Affirm, are you supposed to be going to the beach? Because I keep hearing go to the beach, relax at the beach. And I see you sitting in a chair. Like it looks like one of those commercials with Snoop Dogg in it where he's sitting with is it Corona or whatever it is? Like you're sitting there just kind of relaxing. If it's not, it's either where you want to be or I feel like it's where you want to be, and they're saying just go to the beach. Like even if it's just a little weekend thing, like go, it'll rejuvenate you because they're clearly showing me a beach, and they're showing it from your perspective of you sitting and looking out at the air. That's your life plan, sitting on the beach. Well, they're saying go. Like you need a little short trip. You need the rejuvenation of the water. Something about the salt. They're giving me the taste of salt. The salt water will cleanse and like you like. There's a cleansing. Like, do you have a? Because they're making it seem like it's a physical cut or wound or something that it'll heal. I don't know that this is an internal thing, but they're making it seem like the salt will heal. Or maybe I'm assuming that that's what they mean, but I do know that they're saying the salt will heal. And you need to go to a beach. I don't know if the beach is close to you. It doesn't seem like it's far. I hear San Diego, so I don't know if you're close to San Diego or if you're even in California. But I do hear that you need to go to the beach, and just relax. Just kind of okay. The way they're making it seem is like you don't feel like you deserve that break or you need that or nope, the word they're saying is deserve. You don't feel like you deserve this break yet. You're on the East Coast. So I'm here. Why did I hear San Diego? Is that where you want to go to San Diego? Or maybe I want to go to San Diego, but there is a beach that you should be going to, Baltimore. Okay, so they are saying you should go to the beach. I am hearing like heal the salt. They're again putting that salty taste in my mouth. So there's the salt that heals. They're making it seem like it's an outside wound, not an inside wound, but maybe it is something that needs to be healed inside and then cleansed. The word cleanse is very necessary. Like I remember, I get injured all the time. I think I had a burn or something here, and we went to the beach, and I just wanted to get it in the salt water. So maybe that was it. But I do feel like they're saying go to the beach, get this cleansing, get this dip in the water and just kind of relax. Like they're making it seem like you don't feel like you deserve to go, or like um, you feel bad when you rest, or when you're not doing, like you feel like you should be busy and you need to rest. Again, I feel judged a little bit. But like you need to rest and just enjoy, just relax. Something about, and I keep hearing Mother's Day. Like you really need to do it soon and get this, and just kind of lay there and have a relaxing day is how I keep receiving it. But that's it. You can go down.
Hello, Kina. Good to see you.
Look at my face, Kana.
As Kina would say, Angie, fix your face. Good to see you, Kina. Hey, Kina, guess who's in here? Tanisha. Tanisha's here.
All the
Yes.
way from across the pond. I'm gonna start saying that too. Across the pond.
Well, one thing, Angie, if we're talking about Baltimore, then it's not salt, it's Obey. And so Firm Wellness will understand that. That flavor is not salty flavor, that's Obey seasoning, baby. All the way on crabs, on shrimp, and
Oh,
in the crab
listen,
cake.
oh man, I have baby. I literally just said that I need to order a new big container of it from Sam's Club. I was like, I need water and Old Bay because my Old Bay is down to a little bit. Oh, I know some Old Bay seasons. Love it, love it, love it.
I love it too. And we use it to death. I put it on popcorn, I put it on everything. So, oh my goodness. And then the other, yeah, I was going to say, Firm was East Coast, Baltimore, and Firm Wellness. What was the question for Firm Wellness? What
General,
was
it
your
was
question?
general.
Oh,
She
general.
was
Okay,
general.
okay. And something else came while you were talking, and I put the note of Old Bay because that stuck in my head, and it kind of got rid of everything else, you know.
I was talking about healing. It seemed like it was an external wound, not an internal wound,
Yeah,
and cleansing. They were talking about cleansing, like the water cleansing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you got to take a trip to Ocean City. You got to get to Ocean City and enjoy yourself a little getaway time. Or Rehoboth Beach. I love Rehoboth Beach. Rehoboth Beach. No, the list is not closed, GP. I'll add you to the list. Actually, a Firm Wellness. Um, are you? Hmm, yeah, Rehoboth. Affirm Wellness, are you looking at making a change? Are you looking at making a move? I'm getting this feeling of later this year of an energy, of a change energy or a move energy. Are you looking at maybe and again there's something going on here with this energy. Again, are you looking at making a career move? Are you looking at making a change? You're looking at making a yes to which? I asked too many questions. I realized I always do that. I can't help it. So it's like when you say yes, it's like which yes is it? A Firm Wellness, a career change or a move?
And I keep hearing San Diego.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. Because I was thinking move from the job. So yes, yes, yeah, that's what I was saying. Because yes, don't worry. It's you're lining things are gonna line up for you. Things are going this. I'm seeing that what do you call it? It's like spirit. It's like the universe is kind of aligning itself for you, and it's putting itself in a situation where it's allowing you to get your ducks in a row. So I do see you making that move, and I see you making the move, and I see it's going to be successful. I think also it's going to be more on your path because I think you're not what you're doing now is not really on your path. What you're doing now is just kind of like just like sustenance. It keeps you alive, but it's not your dream. It's not your passion, and what you want to do is something that's more passionate to you. I'm looking at you doing something with yourself. Again, not working for somebody else. I'm seeing you in a business by yourself, doing your own business, your own thing, and that's what I'm seeing. And I think you're going to be successful at it. I think the one thing you have to do is you have to make sure that you stay on target with sharing with everybody and anybody what you do and what you're planning on doing, and build your business while you are working toward that. and get your business going. So when time comes, you can make the leap and have the income you want. So yes, I see it, and I think it's going to be successful. I think you're going to do very well with it. Anything else you have, Angie, for
No.
wellness? As I ask you, as you're, I wait till as soon as it's like, what? My timing was not great there. Yeah, I can feel that too. Affirm wellness. I think it's interesting because I feel like there's a lot of change in your current career or your job, and again I get the feeling like there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of flux there, and that just adds that extra stress that makes you really want to move on because you're like, you know what, I just need stability. I'm feeling like there's not a lot of stability because it's always a lot of flux and change. Even though you're working at one employer, I get the sense that there's a lot of ebb and flow and flux and change. So I think that again, the one thing you're looking for is something that's just going to give you some stability. Yeah, she says, yeah, a lot of change in her job. Yeah, okay, good. Well, super. Well, fantastic. Hopefully it helps you. Yes, I think you're heading in the right direction. Just make sure that you take the steps necessary as you move forward this year, and you will be well set when time comes to make that leap. So with that said, I'm moving on. Brenda, you are next, and after that is Lynn C. So Brenda, let us have your question, and then after that is Lynn C. And Lynn C also post your question. Brenda, are you here? My dear, are you here? And Lindsay, it's like linseed oil. You know, it's like linseed oil. That sticks in my head for some reason. So that's linseed oil. That's strange. There is
I
such
keep
a thing.
hearing it as Lindsay. It says
Oil.
Lindsay, but I kept reading it as Lindsay.
Oh, Brenda
Oh,
says
she's
no
just
reading
observing.
for me. No problem, Brenda. Not a problem. So there you go. Lindsay, you are up next then, and yours is a general reading. Absolutely. Well, Brenda, if you have a change of mind, let me know, and we can always pop you back onto the list. Not a problem. Brenda, where are you from, by the way? Because for some reason it's in. I don't know. I'm kind of drawn there. What part of the country are you? I'm sensing you are in the U.S., but I'm wondering what part of the U.S. are you from? Now she could say I'm from England, and then we get back into some Sandra mess. Oh Lord.
Texas.
Texas, absolutely, yes, 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 yes,
I just saw a
yes,
big
yes.
old steak soon as she said Texas.
Hmm. Yeah, I was sensing Texas because of, and I thought, well, I've been dealing so much with Texas in the last few days. I'm thinking maybe it's just my psychology because it's been Texas, Texas, Texas. So anyway, super. Well, hopefully you're enjoying Texas. I enjoyed it when I lived there. I lived in Houston for many years. Lindsay, you are now up and ready. What you got there, Angie? Anything?
I heard something about a dear friend. She is a dear friend. Are you having issues with a friend or are you questioning something about a friend? I keep hearing she is a dear friend or she was a dear friend. I don't know if this person has, I don't think they have passed, but I heard she was a dear friend or she is a dear friend. Um, there seems to be some question about somebody's character or something, or maybe there's some the way that it's being presented to me is like maybe there's some gossip or some he said she said stuff that's going on, and I heard she was a dear friend, and so as if against what you've heard about her, she was a dear friend to you. She wasn't whatever these people are saying about her. She misses you, whoever this person is. Carla, is there somebody named Carla? Carl, Carol. Um, whoever this person is, she misses you. And she was a dear friend. Whatever the situation was, it seems like like the information that was put out about her wasn't true, and she was a dear friend. That's all I keep hearing is that she was trustworthy, is how they're making it present. And I keep hearing Carla or Carl or something with the C, but no, they keep repeating it, Carla. And the reason I know that they're specific about Carla because they're showing me my aunt whose name was Carla. So um, maybe that's the name that they're giving me. But help you. Was she a coworker? It seems like maybe she was a coworker too. She just wanted to help you. Like she was looking out for your best interest is how they're making it seem. Like she wasn't trying to hurt you in any way. But again, I wonder if she was a coworker or something too, because they make it seem like it's a work situation. And you have very much thinned out your list of people. The way they're saying thinned out your herd of people, like maybe you had a whole bunch of people that you were talking to, hanging out with, new and conversing with, and you have thinned that out because they said thinned out the herd. That is the exact way they said it, thinned out the herd. And um, uh, they make it seem like now you don't really know who to trust or who you can actually confide or rely on. Like you don't have a big circle anymore. Your circle is very small at this point. And that's all the information. Just leave it home. And that's all I'm getting right now about that. But I think it was very significant that you knew that this person was a dear friend, looking out for your best interest. Against, and they keep saying against whatever it was that was said about her. And I just feel like maybe she was in the center of the situation, and whatever people were saying about her wasn't true. But you can go ahead, Don.
Okay. I'm trying to.
Oh, well, they specifically said Carla. So maybe it is about the grandmother because they were clear that it was Carla. Um, or unless I'm confusing two situations. The situation with the coworker and then Carla looking out for your best interest too, because they were specific about Carla. They said the name Carla, and then I kept saying Carol, Carla, and then they showed me a picture of my aunt whose name is Carla. So Carla is specifically who they are talking about. Do you think that she doesn't like you? Because I heard them say she does like you. She thinks that you're a good mom. Um, she thinks that you're a good mom, is what they say. I don't know. You can go ahead, Don. I'll see if anything else comes through, but you can go ahead.
Um, yeah, I'm not really getting anything yet. Yeah, I'm not picking up anything. Turn to the cards.
I keep hearing inheritance. Is she leaving something for the kids, or I don't know if she is the seat. I keep hearing inheritance. You don't have to wait for me, Don. You can jump in anytime you want because it's scattered.
No, no problem. I was just. It's like I'm picking up some some symbols that they don't seem to make sense, and it's frustrating me because the cards are not really chatty, but yet the symbols aren't making sense to me. Lynn, did you have, I don't know, it's like, have you had a health issue or health crisis in the last few months? I'm getting like between 3 and 5 months ago. Did you have a health crisis or a health issue? Because for some reason, I don't know why that's coming in or what the significance is, but I'm getting health. Health-related health crisis. Did you, by chance, have a health-related crisis in the last, let's say, 3 to 6 months? Lynn? Do you know if you had a health crisis in the last 3 to 6 months? My dad had a crisis. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, but that's not what I was getting because I'm connecting it to you specifically, not to somebody else, unfortunately. Um, oh, you have a lot of death around you. Jesus criminy. And that's in the last 3 to 6 months,
Are you
or
getting
what?
something about a liver?
I was getting something here. I don't know if it was throat or goiter or lungs. I'm getting something here in the chest area. And I went to goiter first, but I don't think it's a goiter issue. I'm getting it's more of here, but something here. Asthma. Okay. So your daughter. So it could be your daughter then that I'm picking up because I'm getting. But hers asthma's here or is that asthma here? I'm getting here. Um, I don't know. Um,
Of the 3 people that died, none of them had an issue with their liver. I heard liver clearly.
I think I need to do something to my liver. Give me some alcohol. Get some energy flowing.
This really isn't why people do not even look at me like that.
uh, anyway, I don't know why I was picking up the health crisis because it was like I was getting a warning. And so to me, it was something about a goiter, something about a health issue right here. And to me, it seemed like it was connected to you. So if it hasn't happened yet, be cognizant of what your body's telling you now to make sure you don't have a health crisis. But I'm getting the sense of like a health issue coming along. And again, I'm connecting it to you directly. And so I'm connecting it with, again, the goiter or with here, something in the chest area, something with the throat. I don't know, but there's something here I'm sensing. So stay on top of it. If you sense something, if you feel something's not right, do not let it pass. Make sure you get it, just get it looked at. Just give yourself a peace of mind because again, I'm getting the sense of something here. And if it wasn't 3 to 6 before, it's 3 to 6 ahead. And so keep that in mind. Be
I just feel
cognizant
like
of
I'm
what's coming.
fighting with the information because I keep asking and they keep showing an iron fist, like you dropped a hammer, you dropped an iron fist, and you just cut all the nonsense out, and you've really isolated yourself from a lot of people. Like you really got into a no nonsense mode, and you're not dealing with a lot of stuff that you were dealing with before, and a lot of people are looking at you differently. I don't think that they necessarily dislike you, but they are looking at you differently. Like maybe you were a little bit passive before and now you're like, but they are saying that you are on the right track, like you are on the right path. Like I felt like you were going and you allowed you were a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and now you are basically right on the exact path that you're supposed to be on moving forward. You are not so scattered as you were. Like I felt like you were going, like they clearly show it was one path and you allowed it to be split into a whole bunch of paths and spread yourself too thin. But then you got to the point where you were like, no, what? And they clearly show you because it was an abrupt and it was a harsh thing. Like you just kind of dropped the hammer and you were like, you know what? I'm good. And you wonder if you were too harsh. And they're saying, no, you weren't. You were right on it. Now you're back on your path. Like I see all the paths combining into one again and you're back where you need to go. You're in a forest, but the trees are a covering over you and you're okay to keep walking the path that you were on. It's dark because you don't necessarily know where you're exactly going, but if you keep on going, you will be right where you need to go. Like you don't necessarily see, but you know you're headed for something and you know it's something big. Like I keep hearing castle, like your castle is coming. And so keep on the path that you're on. You were correct in dropping the hammer on everybody and cutting everybody off. And now you are moving forward in the way that you needed to be. And that's it.
Super. Well, hopefully, Lindsay, that helps you. Um, Sometimes it's clear, and other days it's clear as mud. So hopefully that will help you. Um, with that said, Linda, you are next. Linda, you are next. What, my young lady, is your question? And how are you doing? Linda's like, I'm out of here. I couldn't run. I'm gone.
LMT,
Patty,
LMT, I wanted to say hi because you came in very early and she says she is now staying. She spent the last 2 weekends in a place that we predicted where she would be.
love it, love it, love it. Where is she? I don't see her thing pop up. Did I miss it?
Who,
LMT.
LMT? It was a long time ago when we were going through all the technical difficulties.
Oh, okay. Hello, LMT, if you're here still. Oh, Linda says she's good, thank you. Okay. Linda's gonna pass. Okay, next then is
Patty,
Patty. Yes. Patty, 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 Patty.
I
Patty, are you
see
still here?
somebody, she said general. I see her thing down there.
Oh, I
I
see it,
see
yes, I see
someone
it.
laying on a massage table or a board. Are you doing some healing work, like literally laying the hands on people? I feel like you're practicing a little bit more because immediately when I saw it, I saw a massage table or somebody laying on there, and you kind of helping them. Like I felt like there was stuck air here, and immediately whatever you did, kind of it, it would be the equivalent of having a belch, like releasing whatever pressure was in there. Like whatever you did seemed to make them better. Like I feel like you're very good at it. If you haven't done this then you will do it because I clearly saw a massage table or some kind of bed or something that people are laying on and you healing them, and then like immediately the uh um I got a message, but I am looking to finish on. Yes, I felt like some pressure or something. Like it was the equivalent of like if you had a good belch that came up from to relieve whatever that was messy. Is it going to be like you said Reiki, but is it going to be something with chakras? Because now that I'm feeling like it cleared up here, maybe you're opening or clearing or cleansing chakras. Like whatever it is, it's a go and it's a yes. You're going to be very good at it. Like you're going to be very powerful at it, and you're going to get like they're going to feel the immediate, like you're going to do it and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better now. And they're going to be honest about feeling whatever the healing is that you're doing. Like there's an intensity, like all, from my wrist down, like from here down is very hot. Like there's a hotness, like a power in your hands. Like I really feel like your personal touch is very powerful or very intense. There's a fire in it, like there's a hotness in my hands that is going to be radiating through you or that is radiating through you. They're also making my shoulders hurt, so I'm thinking that maybe you need to be aware of um, maybe absorbing what you're taking from them or be aware of how you stand or how you are when you're doing the healing because they made my shoulders hurt really bad up in here. Um, as in a weight, or maybe you're taking on the weight. They're showing me the green mile. So he absorbed your sickness. Is that correct? When he healed you, he absorbed your sickness. So just be aware. And they're saying just create a bubble or make sure you have something to cleanse yourself at the end so that you don't absorb and hold on to whatever it is that you're cleansing or healing them from is how they're making it because they're clearly showing me the green mile and so that you don't absorb whatever you're removing from them. And that's it.
Hmm. Patty, the one thing that I was um, kind of picking up is that it's like I see you at a party. I see you at a celebration or some positive something or other. And is it in like 2 or 3 weeks? Are you invited to something like in 2 or 3 weeks? Is it going to be a birthday celebration or anniversary or some kind of get together. Maybe I don't know of any holidays coming up, so I don't know. But are you aware of an invitation for an event in the next few weeks? Because I'm seeing you going to this event, and um, there's something about this event that is there's some. Well, answer that question first. 60th birthday. Okay. Good, 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 good. Because there is something about that somebody at that birthday party that you will connect with. I'll put it this way, you will connect with somebody at that birthday party that is going to be significant for you over the next 6 to 12 months. There's something that somebody there is going to bring you into connection. Their network is going to bring you in that they are going to bring their networking connection to you, and therefore it's going to take you to a different level. It's going to help you build your business, and it's going to open you up to another source or another I don't know, another group of people that you had not yet had not had the opportunity to reach out to. So again, I think this is important while you are at that party. Make sure you do that social networking. This is not merely a social event. This is a social networking opportunity. And I know it's a birthday party, and I know that you'll be hosting probably, and you're going to have to do. I don't care. Make sure you use this opportunity as a business social networking event, because you are going to make a connection there that's going to help you infinitesimally. No, that's not true, because that means small. Unbelievably. How about that? Yeah, they're gonna. You're gonna see the yeah. And so keep in mind while you're there. Again, make sure you network. Make sure you communicate. Make sure you're putting on that face. You're smiling. You're communicating. You're letting people know who you are, what you are, and be vulnerable during that event. Show your vulnerability so people can see that you're that human aspect. Okay, because again, you're going to meet somebody at that party that's going to be very beneficial to you down the road and your business. So make sure that you are aware to have your best suit on and your armor all around you, because you're smiling. Even if you're dying inside, I'm saying smile. Put that mask on and be that person that you want somebody to see you as, not necessarily how you may feel at the moment. Okay? Whew, that was interesting. So with that said, next in line is Divinely Guided. Divinely Guided, are you still here? Linda, you said you had a specific question. Let's step backwards. Linda, what is your specific question? Let us know what your specific question is. Then Divinely Guided, you were after that. And then after Divinely Guided is Alaria. I don't know. I wrote it. I don't know it. Thank you, Angie and Don. You are welcome, Patty. You are welcome. Again, Linda, let us know what your specific question is. And then again, Divinely Guided. Divinely Guided, are we doing a general or a specific? Okay, super, super. So after Linda, you'll get your general Divinely Guided. Linda, what is the specific question? Hey, wait a minute. I'm psychic. Let me get the question first. She's going to ask you, Angie, am I as great as I pretend to be, or portend to be? It's like, yeah, of course he is. I think my granddaughter Zoe. Exactly. I think my granddaughter Zoe is a star child.
As in star seed, or as in gifted with abilities? I heard both when I asked the question.
She says she feels that she's been the recipient of miracles. She is in the granddaughter, Zoe. I'm not sure. I don't understand. I've not really understood the star child, what specifics about star child, but
So I said star seed or abilities, and she said both. And I heard both when I asked the question. What is in my eye? Like, good gracious. but I heard both when I said it. But then I heard Spirit say, "Why wouldn't you think she would have abilities when you do?" I do hear, "Don't rush it. Let her develop on her own accord." I definitely hear, "Don't rush it," and allow her to ask you whatever questions and you to explain to her as she asks you. You don't have to go to her because she's going to be. Keep hearing something about coast. So it's either coast along, let her just coast along. You know how like you get the momentum started and you just allow it to just coast along like downhill or however it's going. Like just let her coast along, let her enjoy the ride. Like I don't feel like you have to pull it out of her. She will come to you when she's ready. Um, um, is she younger, like around 6? Because they show me the middle daughter on medium, and how each one of them slowly showed that they were having abilities. Like it would be little stuff, and they like I just saw an episode of the middle daughter. Because there was a little baby daughter, there was a little newborn, like a toddler, and then there was a middle child, and then there was an older child. So the older child was very good in math, and then the middle child, she just saw 10. Um, she told you, okay. She started just mentioning things, and they were like, "How did you know that?" or "How did you this?" And so she just kind of slowly is developing. They're just letting her tiptoe into whatever it is. So she is, but just let her develop on her own. That's what I heard. Don't rush. Just allow her to coast along and enjoy the youthful side of it, or being a child. And then if she has questions along the way, you can fill it in. That's all I get done.
Um, well, again, I go back to one thing that Linda was mentioning. We've mentioned before, and that is, I think Linda, your whole family has abilities. They're just, I think it's just something that's born in them, and it comes down, I believe, through your side of the family. You know that, we know that, we've all talked about that, and that's not a surprise to anyone. The question is when the individuals are ready to open their gifts and to explore, then that comes from their timeline, because they each are coming into their own in a different place, in a different way. Um, when it comes specifically to this child, and again, I'm not sure I understand the star child reference so much, because I'm again that's just but at the same time, um, yeah, I mean she's experiencing things, but I just don't think that yet. So I don't think she sees them as different or unusual. The way I'm getting them, I don't think she sees them as different or unusual. So for her, it's just an event. It's like, because she hasn't been told, "Oh, that's crazy," or "No, you shouldn't," or whatever. In essence, she's been just said, "Hey, well, that's true," and move on. And nobody reacted in a shameful manner or shocked manner, because that's a good thing. It's letting your child know that their gifts are normal, and that they should embrace them as normal and not being other than, you know. Absolutely, we all waken up to our alarm clock. Absolutely, that's right. Kino's saying we all wake to our alarm clock. Yeah, the most important thing is just go with her. Again, it's going to, she'll come at it when she is. But yeah, they're there. The gifts are there. And again, just don't be surprised as she develops more and more. Don't be surprised at what else she'll be able to do. I think that, don't be surprised if again she is seeing your husband, Linda. Don't be surprised if she also sees him when he visits, because he does visit JoJo's son, and I do believe I wouldn't be surprised if he's visiting her as well. He's there, he's around, he's not, and she has the ability. She sees him. She may not speak about it, but I bet she sees him, and I bet she is probably communicating with him. He definitely is communicating with your son, with JoJo's son, and I think he's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he's communicating with her too. So again, it's normal, and that's the way it should be. And then for everybody else, and then when again, if she was being raised by other people, they'd probably be putting a kibosh on it and saying, no, 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 stop, 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 stop. And you guys are like, oh well, so you can do this. Well, everybody else can too, and you move on. That's a good way to do it. And so just again, embrace it, continue to grow, and the more it becomes just part of who she is. That's all. She calls them shadow people.
I feel like it's just general like as much as we would talk about what we're going to have to dinner, it's just general conversation for her. It doesn't seem taboo to her because again, like you said, she is not like she hasn't been made to feel like it's anything bad. So to her, it's just general conversation. Like it's a very lighthearted, fun-loving energy that I get when she is just like la da da, like easy breezy, like just regular conversation to her. It doesn't seem to be anything that is out of her norm. It's just it is like I see these people. I have an imaginary friend, or I have this, or I have that.
You know what? One of the things Henry says is interesting. Don't be surprised if she tells you about the friend that she meets in the park, not the real park, but the park in her mind, the park and the visits in her mind. I'm getting the feeling like she has a friend who, a young female friend, a girl, young girl, but not from this time frame. I'm getting something like in the late, like 19, early 1910, 1920, and I see this longer dress. They have to cover their ankles, and it's just they're more a little bit, but it's fun and they're fun. And don't be surprised if she mentions this friend because I'm getting a sense that she has a friend, and she meets this friend and they play together. Again, they play. I see them in a park, and I see them in a very. It's kind of like either a French or British setting, like a French or British park. It's kind of cool. So don't be surprised if she mentions about a friend whom she sees herself transported to play with this child in the park someplace, and they often play together. And I think that's exciting. Your daughter, your daughter is teleporting. That much I can tell you. I see the teleportation. That's how the visitations happen. She is teleporting, and she's teleporting in a very comfortable way. I mean, it's just part of what it is, and she probably doesn't even see it as that. She may think it's dreaming. She's not dreaming. She's teleporting. So she has a lot more coming on. Absolutely. She's told us about another family. She also talks about the wisdom place on the other side. Yeah. I'm not surprised. She's advanced. This one's going to be special. Absolutely.
If she needs some practice, she can read me.
There you go. Absolutely. Maybe she can take us to the other side with her. That would be very cool. I would love that trip. That would be wonderful. So her other family. But that family was from a different time when she was here previously, and that family that she talks about was from a different time. So it was her family, but from a different time. It's not, and it's not. Again, we're running parallel here, and so it's a strange theory. It's string theory, so it's a very strange theory. But it's like there is an argument that all time is the same time, and it's all running parallel, not serial.
I hear that too all the time. Like everything is now. It's just when does it get to our actual reality that we're in now, or when does that timeline reach where we are? Like, there's so many different theories on it. Yeah.
Yes. I will tell you a very strange thing real quick. Usually I fly into Pittsburgh. When I go to my house in Western Maryland, I fly into Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is closer to Western Maryland than is Baltimore or DC. Now, when I fly into Pittsburgh, it's a 2-hour drive to my house. When I fly into DC or to BWI, which is Baltimore, I've got about a 3.5 hour, maybe a 3.5, 4 hour ride every time. Now, in DC, when I fly into Dulles, there's 495, which surrounds DC. It's like a ring around DC, right? So it's the highway around DC. And it also is the connection between Maryland and Virginia and then DC itself. And it is a crazy, crazy traffic around the DC ring. So you need to plan 4 to 4.5 hours to make sure that you can get from my house into Dulles Airport in Virginia, which again, you got to go through Maryland, from if I'm at my mom's house, it's in West Virginia, then into Maryland, then into DC, then into Virginia. It's like ding, 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 ding. The reason why I say this is that while I was there, I was working on something in my house and lost track of time, but I knew I had a time constraint. And I looked at the clock and it was almost 1 o'clock. The flight started boarding at 5. And I look at the clock and see that it's not yet, it's just about 1 o'clock. I had to still close everything up in my house, shut it down, and it went, and then go to my mom's house, drop some things off at her house. Her house is 2 miles away, but she lives just across the line in West Virginia. So I go and drop stuff off. I get back on the road. I'm on the road at 1:20. Now, at 5 o'clock, boarding starts on the flight. Well, if you count 5 o'clock to 1:15, I'm not getting to DC in time. It's just not going to happen, right? Because when you get to the airport in DC in Dulles, you have to park the car at the car garage, car rental place, and then each of them have their own shuttles. It's not like Houston or Pittsburgh where they take you to one place, right? No, no, no. Everybody has their own shuttles. And so the shuttles wait for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the shuttle. Anyway, I know too much information, I know, but I'm going, believe me, hang with me. Hang with me, I'm getting there. So I have 1:15, I hit the road, and I've got to get from our property all the way from my mom's house, all the way into Maryland, into the major highway, and then from there on down. So, hello from Pam Franks from Indianapolis. I guess you're on business this week. Anyway, so I'm on the road. I'm traveling the same road I traveled to get there, which was about 4 hours to get there. And I'm like, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm thinking, okay, how can I get the airline to let me move the flight? And I'm hoping it's so full that they'll post something and they'll say, do you want to change your flight? And you can click yes, right? Because I'm like, I'm screwed. So I'm on the road and I am driving and driving and driving. And I'm going through one town and the next. And I'm keeping track of my time. And I'm like, oh, geez, I am like 3 hours away and I only have 2 hours to get there. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. I kid you not. Somewhere between the route I have to go is Cumberland and then Hancock and then Hagerstown and then Frederick and Baltimore if I was going back and forth from Baltimore to where my house is in Maryland. I've done that for years. My parents did it when we were kids. That's the route. So I know that Hancock is halfway. Well, Hancock, I'm an hour and a half to get to Hancock, and now, of course, it is 3:30 or 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in Hancock. 3 o'clock, and I have 2 hours left in front of me to get to DC. 2 hours to get to DC, drop the car off, get into Dulles, get on the commute thing and cross to the different terminal, and then get to I'm done. I'm screwed. I don't know what happened. I cannot speak to this, but Angie will tell you I've been having some weird stuff happening. But I will tell you, at 3 o'clock I was in Hancock. At 3:45 I was in Dulles Airport getting gas. And I have no idea how I got from Hancock, which is 2 hours away from Dulles, to Dulles Airport in 45 minutes. It's not possible. It's not possible. And yet I did. I was standing at the pump, waiting for the pump to recycle, and I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. The one gas station at Dulles Airport, and the pumps are dead. And I'm thinking, I'm screwed. I've been fighting traffic and fighting time, and I look at them thinking, wait a minute. It's only 4 o'clock. How is this crazy? Weird stuff has been happening. And Angie will tell you, the other day I went to a store. As I'm walking into the store, I'm hearing chimes. Next thing I know, I'm in a different time. And I'm looking at a department store that I have never seen before and a name attached to it that I always assumed was something different. When we did the research later, come to find out that's the department store that was in that location years before the mall was built there. Again, crazy stuff. And I've been doing some teleportation stuff, but this was amazing. I made amazing time. And I cannot explain it. You cannot drive between those two destinations in that time. I'm just telling you, how me in a car did what we did, I have no clue.
I'm just asking that when they start to send me through different timelines, can you take me to 5 minutes after, like send me to 5 minutes after the lotto numbers come out, and then bring me back so I can play that lottery.
I know, maybe I've been asking the wrong thing. Maybe I need to go back and do that, you
Five,
know?
like the lottery comes out 7:30, take me to like 7:35, 7:45, then bring me back to like 6 o'clock so I can go ahead and play those lottery numbers.
I'm telling you. Telling you, I need to focus on doing that because some strange stuff is happening, and all of a sudden I'm finding myself moving through time. I'm finding myself now jumping from one place to the next, and it's like how what I don't know. It's weird. I took this one. I took one class, one very advanced class, and it was more with mediumship. And yet, for some reason, it's opened up a lot of stuff in me, and I'm getting crazy stuff. Angie will tell you, I'm getting like two people coming in at a time when I'm doing medium stuff, and I'm like, I didn't even see one, and now all of a sudden I'm getting two and three. It's like, holy crap!
And immediately when you said that, I heard them say Samuel. That's why Samuel was here to let you know that you were going to expand. Like he clearly was like, you need to pay attention to that, to your expansion. Like you're continuing to expand, like you've been going like at warp speed.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yep. And again, it goes back to that 29 days left. My worry about am I going to die in 29 days? Remember? And it's like since then
They
the
were
light
like,
switch.
no, you're not. You still have a lot to do.
Exactly. I'm too ornery anyway. I ain't dying. I got I'm too ornery. Okay, sorry about all that long story, but to me it was just amazing. And again, I just it's I don't know what's going on, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Next in line was divinely guided. Divinely guided. I think you said general. Is that correct? Do, do, do,
She did say
do.
general. I remember.
Okay. And by the way,
You can.
divinely guided everybody is now in Portugal. She's now Miss Portugal.
No, Monica J. The list is not full yet. That's correct, Don? It isn't, is
That's
it?
correct. Absolutely. I'll add you,
Okay,
Monica.
Monica. You can go first, Don. While I try to tap in because we just recently did a reading, so.
Okay, Tanisha. 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 There is, go with me on this, okay? Because again, I don't know, but I'm seeing you come out your door of your apartment building and take a right and go down to a corner. You're not on a corner. You're like in the middle, or you're not on a corner building. You're in the middle kind of building. Come out of your door, go right, go down, and on the corner, I think it's on the same corner as is your building, but it's like I'm getting this flashing between like this. So it's like I don't know if it's on this corner or the opposite corner, like a cross, not like this way, but like catty corner. Um, um, coffee and not coffee and like not bagels, coffee and pastries and things like that, like a pastry shop, a pastry shop. It's more about pastries than coffee. I don't see coffee as much as pastries. It's pastries, local pastry shop. Um, check it out. Check it out because that's where you will be meeting somebody at that pastry shop. And again, I can't remember. I can't. I'm getting this kind of feeling like this, and so I can't. It's not clear whether it's the very corner on the same street you're on, or catty corner. It's not. It's not. It's not this way or this way. It's like a cross in that sense. And so I'm getting the sense, but it's a pastry shop. It's like a bäckerei, we would call them in Germany. It's a bäckerei, which specifically focuses on breads and pastries and things. They may serve coffee, but coffee's not their thing. It's more that that's that's going to be important to you because that's where you're going to find this new interest, and it is going to be happening. I'm getting like next month, month after that kind of. I'm getting there's a lot of energy around this, a lot of energy. What you got, Angie?
Okay, so immediately, today with my realtor, but not okay. So immediately when I said you can go first, I heard Tanisha's gonna meet a man. You can trust him. Then they took me back to a long time ago because I've done many readings with Tanisha. I did a reading and they showed me her meeting somebody. And I said, I can tell we're not in America because the architecture is wrong. She was sitting outside at a table having drinks or coffee or something. And I told her that this person she would meet, she would not be looking for them for her, but their interests would be the same. They would both be so engrossed in whatever their interests are that they have in common that they would kind of look up and see each other and then boom, we both are interested in this, and then bam, here we are. So this man that she's going to meet, I had already said it was going to be outside. It was a little table for two, and that she was just going about her natural day, and she was not looking for anybody. She just sees this person going about her normal day or doing whatever it is that she does. Whatever it is her interest is, it's his interest too. So it may be the pastry shop, it may be the drink, it may be the area, it may be whatever it is. But I remember telling her you were going to be outside and you're both were going to be engrossed in whatever it is that interests you when you meet each other, and that will be your common conversation. And so as soon as I said, oh, Don, you can go first, I heard Tanisha's going to meet a man. So that is coming up very, very soon. He does seem to have a deep throat. I do hear like, why do I hear German? He is going to be, he has a deep voice. He seems to be wide shoulders.
Does he have big thighs?
He has big hands.
You know what that means? Big gloves.
Here we go. To the left, to the left. Raunchyville, here we go. But yes, he is going to be a very nice person. Like I see you all walking, I see fall leaves falling. I see like you all just enjoying your time out and this person showing you around. Like they were very clear to say you can trust this person, you can trust him. And so it's okay. You can trust this person. And you'll get the vibe, you'll know. Because you won't be looking for him and he won't be looking for you. You'll just literally be out naturally doing what you do and you two will meet. But he is going to be a very nice person. That is going to be a part of, they say, of your 1 year journey. Like he'll be a part of your 1 year journey.
Now, Tanisha says y'all nasty. Tanisha's saying, I'm hoping y'all nasty. Yes, Mama gonna get a swirl because this one is going to be Caucasian. So again, I'm getting some swirl
And
here,
then the
Tanisha.
card that fell out was the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment.
There you go. Woohoo! Get ready, get that spoon ready because you're going to be eating some serious stuff. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Tanisha. We want full reports. We want full
I want
reports.
videos. Like I feel like I was on WhatsApp today. Like, "Psst, what's going on? Like, where are you doing? Where you at? What's going on? What time is it there, Tanisha? Like right now?" Um, but I want like videos. I want to see where you are. Like I want you to show me because I know what it seems like to me. Like it just seems really pretty, like by a park or something. Like it does seem really pretty.
So is it like 5 a.m. there?
Oh, 3:46 a.m.
4. Okay. Yeah.
Your question whether you're going to be, no, he's just going to be significant in you enjoying your 1 year because they say he's going to be a part of your 1 year. It just said he's going to be very significant in you enjoying your first year there, like making it enjoyable for you so you don't feel lonely or detached from everybody. Plus, I'm going to bug you all the time. Like, what are you doing? Where you at? How you're, you know. So.
We want pictures. We want reports. And we want to hear about that Kundalini energy. So.
She said 5 or 10 minutes away from the beach. Yeah. Because I definitely see like trees and leaves, like it's fall. As I see you guys walking along this park, but walking along, and at this point you do seem very familiar. So I feel like you've met him earlier, like Don said.
Yes.
But that just shows, I guess, longevity into the future.
Yes. Well,
I like
I'm
it.
thinking.
I like it. Ask him if he has a brother in the U.S. He doesn't even have to be in the U.S. Does he just have a brother?
Exactly.
With big hands. Ask him if big hands run in the family.
And if you're too discreet, you can say, when you buy gloves, which size are your gloves? Okay, if that's what you have to ask. If I were to buy you a pair of shoes, what size shoes would I be buying? And remember, in European sizes like 44, 45, 46, 47. So
Oh,
don't get
it's
that.
so
Don't
funny
get
that she
confused.
says German because that's what I heard, German. But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't confusing because you said something about Germany too, Don, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't confusing, but I heard German.
Yes. Yep, 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 yep. Z Kyle. Z Kyle.
My only requirement is that he's taller than me so that when I wear my shoes, I don't look down at him. That's it.
Hey, but if he's cute enough,
Look,
you can wear
Monica
flats.
J says send her the younger cousin. I'm with it. Like it's a family affair.
Oh, Lord have mercy. This is going down quick. Lord, maybe he'll be a paramedic.
And bring all his friends along. He don't have to be a relative. He could be a friend, a family member, countryman.
As long as it's available. As long as it's available. Lord have mercy. Okay. Let's see.
No, not
Next
past
is
life. Definitely part of future forward.
next is Aaliyah. Aaliyah, are you still here? If so, let us know. General or specific. After that, Miss Kenda. Does that
Kendra,
sound right? Kenda. So Aaliyah or Kenda, both of you are next up. Aaliyah first, then Kenda. If you are here, let us know your question. And then on deck will be beautiful Sagittarius and Mary Ann in that order. Do 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 do.
and you
You know,
get
with the beard,
into
it makes that head,
Don.
that head motion be fun. See it? It's like it's even freakier with the beard.
Like I said, you get until Don gets done singing his song for us to go to the next person. So Kendra is
Exactly.
here.
There's
Um,
Kendra.
oh, there's Angel. Is
There's,
it Angels or
no, Angels is less is later.
okay? Angels will
This
fly.
is
So Angels
Aaliyah.
will fly is on there. That's what she's
Angels Will
asking.
Fly is about four down.
So you're on the list, Angels, and
Okay.
then
Cynthia, nice to see you as well. Absolutely.
okay, there you go. So we're gonna do Kendra instead of Aaliyah.
Yeah, unless Leah pops in, then we can have,
Okay.
then Leah can be done afterwards.
I read that and I heard true love, like a significant love. I don't think he's your forever, but a significant true love. And the way they make it seem to me is that you need a barrier, not a rebound, but a barrier, a person who is who puts you on the road to understanding that uh you deserve a nice person. Like there are good men. That's the word they use. I said deserve a nice person. They said that there are still good men out there. Like this is your in between person. This is not your forever. This is the person, but not rebound. They are clear that this is not a rebound person, but a more truer love than what you had before. A more sincere person is how they make it seem. Like I feel like the last relationship left ended in a thunder and a roar because I kind of hear doors slamming and screaming and yelling. Um, but I feel like this person is going to be that in between. Um, uh, Show you that there are gentlemen, that there are nice people, like get you on that mindset to know so you're not so guarded. So when you do meet this person, you are a lot more willing to be open to them. So this is an in between person. But Don, I thought you were smoking a pipe. I was like, really,
Oh, no, it's Kendra.
Don? That you are moving like it's like the pre person before the real person. And I feel like there's a sincere, like you had a sincere prayer, like, I just want somebody nice. I just want somebody honest. I just want somebody who is truthful. Like truthful honesty seem to be things that you really, really want. You said, when is he coming? I heard 9 months, but I don't, wait, let me see. I heard 9 months, but I don't know if that's when he's coming or how long it's gonna last. Like you're not pregnant, no, because they're not showing me the Empress. 'Em 9 months is significant, very significant. Don, you can go ahead because I'm really wading through a lot of information.
Okay. Um, Kendra, one thing that came to me is, are you somehow involved with finance or advising people on money or something about? Are you teaching money or are you? Getting something. It's not just spending money. Lord knows it's not that. It's more of an education or something about money and educating people on money or there's something again some very strong connection to money and education. Do you teach money? No, you don't. Hmm. What is this? I'm seeing a classroom. I'm seeing a classroom setting, and I'm seeing you in kind of like a teacher mode. But it's something about money, something about money, about finances, about um, hmm.
Are you
Have you?
thinking about taking a class? Like if it feels tied to that 9 months.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you thinking? Are you? It's like the other thing comes to me like a Dave Ramsey. Are you looking at like Financial Peace University or something like that? Something about finances and about understanding how to spend money and to balance budgets and something. Again, I'm getting this money. I'm getting money in class and learning how to deal with money. But I see at one point you actually being not the student, but eventually being the teacher. Like you come back and teach this topic. Um, Interesting. He says no. Wow. I see. I see. Yeah, I'm seeing money and finance, and I'm seeing you again learning about that. I'm seeing you in that setting, so I don't know what this is about. Um, oh, I'm not even supposed to answer that question. It's supposed to be what's toward me after breakup with Taurus. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I wouldn't even read him a damn question. Sorry. But
Okay.
I still do see that situation. I don't know what it is, but I don't. I'm just seeing you in a setting, an educational setting, something about money and finances, something about understanding. Are you looking at maybe 40? Are you looking are planning maybe plans around a 401, maybe investing in a 401 or doing something at work and investing for your retirement? Because again, I'm seeing you in something that is beneficial, teaching you about money, teaching you how to invest money, how to put away money. Um, and if you aren't, don't be surprised if soon you'll be presented with an opportunity to try to understand those kind of things because I see that. That's all I'm getting. Go ahead, Angie.
So they reminded me of two things. Today I was watching Alison Dubois, her YouTube channel, and she had this astrologer on there. And years before he became an astrologer, somebody told him that he was going to be an astrologer. And he thought, no, that's the craziest thing ever because he thought that he was supposed to, I think, be in the business world or whatever he was doing, which was totally different. So they're showing me this scenario to say, and I heard the word certificate, like you're going to go for something like you're going to get you're all of a sudden going to end up in school for another certificate or another something to enhance your degree, and that'll bring you more money. Is how they explained it to me. Is that it'll bring you more income or it'll bring you more money, but they associated it to what I saw on there. Somebody told him he was going to be that. And he didn't see it as anything happening because he thought astrology, no, thank you. And so I feel like this is something future to come. But whatever the certificate program is, I feel like it's going to be 9 months and it's going to bring you a significant increase. So I don't know if that's what it is, but that's how they present it to me. And then when they associate it with that, that's how it makes me seem. That's how I feel like that's what the classroom is. Like you will go back to school, but you may not see it right now. And since they're bringing me that image or that video that I saw, that's how they're making it seem. It's like you're not even aware of it now, but it's something to come. And then when it happens, you'll be like, oh, you know what? That's what they said. And I feel like your work will pay for it. Like maybe they'll need you to be something specific, something more, what is the word? More of a concentration or specialized. That's the word. Something more specialized. And do you do something with respiratory health? Because they labored my breathing. And then I heard respiratory. So is it something with respiratory health? Or maybe that's what they'll ask you to do to get some kind of certificate and some kind of respiratory something. But however it is, this is the thing that I see. That's what I think the 9 months is in the classroom. And then, yes to the respiratory. Yeah. I feel like they're going to need you to get some kind of specialization and they'll pay for it. That's how I see it.
Well, super. Hope it helps you, Kendra. And as we move on, next in line, again, Aaliyah, calling all Aaliyahs. If you're out there, don't forget to pop your question up. And of course, Beautiful Sag and Mary Ann, you all are both on deck. So, Beautiful Sag, if you're here, let us know your question. Because
I think
Aaliyah,
hers was again about work because I remember seeing it way earlier.
okay. So, Beautiful Sagittarius, let us know if you are still here. Offer your question, and we will do that. And Mary Ann is the same. If you are still here, let us know your question, and we will do the reading. Next in line after that is GP, and I knew GP was just recently here because I saw the thing. And then Misty Davis, you are after that. Then it's Angels Will Fly, Monica, and that's it on the list right now. So, so again, if there's anybody on that list who's here, let us know because nobody's answering.
Jump the list, jump the line, jump the
Exactly. This is
line.
your time to jump the list. If you are here and you are on the list already, let us know your question and you are next.
You know who we haven't seen in a long time? Guko.
Guko, absolutely. Yeah. Super. Well,
Angels Will Fly.
Angels Will Fly. You are ahead of Monica on the list, so you're up next. Let's just go for it. What is your question? Angels Will Fly.
I like that. For some reason, I got the group Iris. I don't know, in that song. No, the group is Goo Goo Dolls, and the song is Iris.
GP, you'll be next after Fly because you were before Monica as well, and then we'll get to Monica. So again, Pam, yes, if I haven't added, I'll put you on the list. Sorry about that. And I even saw you earlier, and for some reason I didn't write it down. So you're on the list after Monica, Pam. What do I do to make more friends?
Go out more is one of the things I heard. You see, the way they show me you is when you're out in public, you are very absorbed in your phone or you're very absorbed in whatever you're out and about doing. Like you don't seem to be a person that would strike up a general conversation. You seem to be down. Like they show you down with your head down. You don't look to see what's ahead of you. And so they're just saying be more social. Like there's no formula to it. There's nothing like, oh, if you go to this event, then it'll happen. They're just saying be more social. That's basically, pay attention to your surroundings is how they're showing me. Like your head is down, like you're paying attention to whatever you're doing. They're just saying kind of put your head up and just see the people around you. And that's how you'll meet people. I don't see a specific formula or a specific, oh, you're gonna go to this event or you're gonna do this thing. They're just saying literally be more social. That's all I hear.
I think that's good advice. I think that's good advice. For me, it's just the usual. Just get out and get active. And this is not psychic. This is just get out and get active.
Yeah, like literally pay. I clearly hear pay attention to your surround, like be more present. That's what they're saying.
Yep.
Be present in where you are currently. You seem to be very absorbed in whatever you're doing or whatever you're out and about doing. Like literally your head is down while you're walking and you can see where you're going. But if you looked up, you could see the world from a different vantage point. And they're just saying be more social. That's how you make friends. You don't have to specifically do anything or go any place. Just be more social in your everyday life.
Super. Next is GP. GP, What is your question? And then after GP is Monica and then Pam. So GP, Monica, Pam.
I needed to figure out if I was taught something different, and it seems so. What would you need?
I don't know. I'm confused. What Angie's telling you is generally speaking, we're taught to engage in a social environment, and she's saying that right now she feels that you're not engaging, that you are isolating, and she's suggesting when you get out there, do not isolate with technology, do not isolate yourself, and and keep yourself isolated. Instead,
Just be
engage.
present in the
Exactly.
moment, like where
Yep.
you are. Just be present.
Yep.
I don't know if you're thinking like, is there a secret potion or a secret spell or something? No, there's nothing like that. Literally, just be more social.
Or find yourself a partner who is very social, and that maybe will flip that script,
Or
or the opposite.
stay in this group. The people are here are very social.
So next in line is GP, and GP is what is the constant vibration I'm feeling? Oh,
I
talk about
was right
timing.
on time. 'Cause I didn't I
It's funny because I was thinking that good, 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 good vibration.
um I don't get anything like the way that it was shown to me is like it's just the general um like is it a full body vibration? Because I immediately got a vibration in my ear. Like when spirit is talking to me, I get a tingling, a buzzing, a very noticeable something happening to my ear, and I'm like, I hear you, I know you're talking to me. Like that's how I get it. So I guess it depends on where the vibration is, but it made it seem like you're just like everything vibrates in the world, like everything is constant and vibrating. So they made it seem like it was just um uh you being aware, you know what I'm saying, everything is in I don't know what, like the way that they're making it seem is like this, the answer is obvious. Like you already know what the vibration is, you already know what it is. Like it's either awareness or expansion. It doesn't seem like it is not a health, it doesn't seem to be a health issue is what they're saying now. It's like it doesn't seem to be health, it just you being more aware, I guess. So that's all I'm getting.
I'm turning to the cards.
Whole body is vibrating. Okay, they just reminded me of something. I had that happen to me. Like one weekend, I was like, um, uh, it was a lot going on that week. Like I was dead tired. I was foggy brain, and like I could feel my whole body vibrating. Like I literally could feel the vibration of. I could feel like my blood pulsating, and for me, it was an expansion of skills that I already had. Like after that, I think I started to notice that I could feel more. Like I could get the emotions and the feelings of people. So I feel like it's just an expansion. They're taking me back to when it happened to me. Like it was a full body vibration, and it was just an expansion of my abilities, is how they made it seem to me, because I was already aware. Um, I was already aware of it, of my ability. So this was just letting me know that there was an expansion. Like it was a whole weekend of things that were happening to me: foggy brain, extreme tiredness, very, very hot. And then the feeling of the vibration all the way through my body. Because I remember telling this to my sister, like, I feel like my whole body's vibrating, like everything is speeding up in time, like I'm moving very, very fast. And that's how it felt to me. And that's what they're reminding me of. So unless that's it, I don't know what else it could be.
What I'm getting is you have an abundance of power, abundance of energy um, that is not being channeled. And so the cards are saying that you have got to ground yourself. You've got to find a way. And one of the easiest ways to ground yourself, generally speaking, is get outside, take your shoes off, put your feet in sand, put your feet in water, put your feet in grass, put your feet in dirt, put your feet in Mother Nature. So get outside, take your shoes off, and walk in grass, dirt, or whatever. The good part is if you do that, make sure that you take the time to just be in the moment, be present, understand what you're doing, so your body and your mind are both understanding that you are grounding, because you have to ground. You have to ground. You've got to let some energy. You have too much energy. You just excess energy, and it's got to find its release. And right now it's like a boiler. It's like one of those steam things that's the pressure cooker, and you're like this. You need to release the steam. And so again, find a way to get outside, get in nature, get your feet into dirt, grass, whatever, sand. Concrete's not going to do it, and cement not going to do it. Asphalt not going to do it. Get your feet out there. Again, get in some dirt, get into some grass, get into water, get into sand, but get your feet down someplace where you can let yourself be grounded, and make sure that you let off that excess energy, because again, you're just taking a lot in, and you're not expelling enough. You're not expelling enough, and part of it could be the energy around you. There could be a whole lot of stuff around you that's happening, and you're just absorbing some of that, which is possible. But you got to ground yourself. So give that a thought, give that a consideration, and I think you'll see that go away. So, anything else you have, Angie, on that one?
No.
Okay. I saw that Elisa, yeah, Alicia. Alicia, we called out to you earlier. You weren't here. If you're still interested in a reading, let us know, and let us know your question, and we can put you back on the list, because we've already went beyond you. We didn't see you. Next in line was Monica, and Monica, Misty Davis, Pam, and Alicia. And so, Monica, your question was, I'll put it up. That's too long. Many months ago, y'all told me my ex and I were past life partners and will have future lives together. Things didn't work as y'all said. What lessons was I supposed to learn from that relationship? Many months ago, y'all told me my ex and I were past life partners and will have future lives together. So what part of that hasn't worked out? Future
I
lives.
think I think the relationship didn't work out. Like now they're exes. They weren't exes at the time. Now they are exes. So I'm assuming things didn't work out as y'all said. Like maybe we told her it wasn't gonna work out. So I'm assuming, is that correct, Monica? Is that the things didn't work out as y'all said? It's like we told you it wasn't gonna work out. I immediately, when I read the what lessons was I supposed to, was I heard like self-respect, worthiness, like to know that you to gosh, what was the first word they took? That's correct. You told me we would break up, and we did. Okay, yeah. So that's what she's saying. That's the part that didn't work out. We said that they would break up, and they did, but we told them they had been together in the past and that they will be together again in the future. Um,
Oh, I misread the question. I was thinking that things didn't work out like we said they would, but she's saying things did work out as we said they would. Okay.
mhm. So they did break up, like we said. It like I keep hearing worthy, worthy, worthy. To see your own value and the value in who you are. Um, um, I feel like this is that reading where we told you you kind of um oh shoot, something about absorb, like shrinking in a relationship. I feel I don't know if that's, but that's what they're bringing to me now. Like you shrink in a relationship, and
She melts. She melts into him. She loses
right,
herself.
right,
Mhm.
you become lesser. And so this was you realize like this is an awareness of self-worth or value of who you are and what you want or what you deserve. um like I feel like you just had a moment, like I don't feel like this was a huge breakup, like it felt like you just had a moment where you were like, I deserve better than this, and you just kind of walked away. So it was a lesson in realizing your worth, or your that you deserve better. I don't know if you're thinking like it was, yeah, it doesn't seem to be like a hard lesson or anything like that. It doesn't even appear to be like, oh, I needed to know. Yeah, it's literally self worth, like that you are. Um, got it. I'm gonna come back to GP in a second. But Monica, oh, the English countryside, like the lesson in the current life, I feel like was self worth. Um, but I feel like it was something about you losing yourself in a relationship, like you shrinking in a relationship, um, and not being totally who you are, is how they're presenting it back to me. And every time I repeat the question, what was the lesson? What was the lesson? Self worth, self worth. Um, as far as the self-worth, that's the lesson. Like I don't know if you thought it was going to be some dynamic lesson, like, oh, you're supposed to be a novelist or something, but no, it's just self-worth, just in understanding what you do and do not like. One of the things I tell people all the time is that I watch a lot of tarot readers online, because as much as it shows me how to read, it shows me what I don't like also. And so this relationship showed you a lot of things that you don't like, or what you do want in a relationship, or what you want going forward. Like, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I want this. I want this. I want this. So it's kind of like it gave you some do's and don'ts. Like you didn't, I don't feel like you really had a type. It was just like, if this person talks to me, that this is what I want, and I'll just deal with whatever the relationship brings forth. And to me, now you have a game plan, or a understanding of what you do and don't want. And so that's all I get.
No, what I was what, and I don't know if this is, I don't know. I don't know if this is psychic or this is not. I don't know. All I know is that you knew, Monica, going in, that this was not going to, this outcome was inevitable. But the lesson that you would probably take away from this is, no matter how much you want to wish something into being, that sometimes you just have to listen to your instincts and realize that, yeah, what you thought is what you're going to get. And you can wish it all you want, but it's not going to make, it's like turning water into wine. Lord knows we'd love to be able to do that, but I've still not been convinced anybody can do it. And so I'm probably the show me state. So again, my thinking about what your lesson would be was probably, again, the fact that, listen to your intuition, listen to yourself, listen to your inner voice, because your inner voice told you in advance. That's why you came to us at first, even when you first came to us, hoping that we would confirm what you were thinking, and we told you, no, it's not. You're not going to wind up with this person. It's not going to go well. And you down deep knew that as well, but you were wanting to wish it into existence, and it didn't. So whether this was meant for you to be a lesson that way, I'm telling you, take that lesson, because I'm not saying it's a psychic hit on my part. It just was common sense. It's like, one lesson we learn is sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves when we get into a situation, and realize when when you know what the answer is going to be, Don't try to do something different. Don't try to wish it into existence because it's not going to happen. So, Angie, anything else there?
No.
Okay. With that said, let's go to the next person. The next person is Pam. Pam, what's the question, Pam? And again, Mary Ann, beautiful Sagittarius, Misty Davis, if you guys are in or popping back through, or Alicia and you want, or Alicia and you want a reading, let us know before we end this evening. Pam, you are next. What is your question, specific or general? And if specific, what is the question?
While we're waiting, I want to go back to GP. GP is the person that had the entity in the room, if I'm not mistaken. In the room next to her.
Oh, I remember when I read, yeah. Yes, yes.
So the vibrating of the body, I definitely believe is expansion or awareness, more awareness, taking her to another level. Also too. Yeah, like you said, she needs to ground. Oh my God. So me and GP's roommate were talking, and I was saying, "Oh, she needs to touch the water. She needs to, like you were saying, grounding." And they invited her to go to the beach, and she didn't go. And that's what I was saying. Oh, it will be refreshing for her. It will be healing for her. She needs to touch the water. She needs to touch the water. So that is all of that makes sense. Not even knowing who it was, everything we said about the grounding and the expansion makes sense. And the water would have helped with the grounding. Like GP, take the invitation and go. Get out of the house and go and enjoy the water, the change of scenery. And when you come back, you will be refreshed. And have you already saged, like Don told you to do? And that's what
Waiting in the water, waiting in the water. I love that song. Water of life.
Is Pam the person that's next?
She is. She is.
Okay, she posted her questions.
Yep. Spirit guides. I've been trying to meditate. Any suggestions for resources would be great. Angie, I'm coming out of my metaphysical closet. I'm coming out.
Divinely Guided wants to know if GP is a water sign. LMT sages.
Don't forget the Palo Santo, too. Don't forget Palo Santo.
To bring in the new energy, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I was just about to say that. I was watching again Alison Dubois, and she was saying a lot of us use the sage to clear it out, but we don't bring, she said sweet water, sweet grass. Is it sweet grass? Is that what it's called? Sweet grass? Or whatever the
I don't
grass
know.
is?
I
Whatever.
don't know.
But I've also heard Palo Santo too, to bring in the positive energy. Like sage takes everything out, and then you need something to bring to restore the new energy. And so
Yeah,
that's what
because
she
it's a
was
void.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
you
then she
create a
was
void and then
also
you have to bring
saying,
something in.
yeah, it takes everything out. You need to bring something else back in. So you
Yep.
do need to do that again.
Yep.
Yes. And
You can use
then
Florida water for that too, by the way, too. So you're trying, you say, are you having trouble meditating, Pam? Is that what you're asking? And resources to meditate? Or are you having troubles connecting to spirit? Which of the two is it?
so she put spirit guides, and then it says, I've been trying to meditate, but any suggestions for resources would be great. Today is her birthday. Oh my gosh,
Happy
GP,
birthday.
happy birthday. Everybody wish GP
Birthday,
happy
GP.
birthday. Oh my gosh, me and LMT were saying like she really wanted you to come out and celebrate your birthday. Okay. Because I kept saying, well, is it like a certificate? Like, is it one of those 30, 40, 50 birthdays? Or sometimes we get into a little, oh my gosh, it's a milestone birthday. So if it's not, but happy birthday. That's all I want to say. And definitely go to the water and enjoy the water. Like you'll feel immediately different. Are you about to play a birthday song, Don?
Do what?
Are you about to play a birthday song?
I was trying to.
Oh, I was waiting. Like, wait a minute. Are we about to hear Stevie Wonder "Happy Birthday"?
Yep.
Definitely go and celebrate, GP. Like you're in a funk right now, but it's an expansion. Like I totally feel disconnected and isolated um at this moment, but it's an expansion. You are leveling up, not only spiritually, but career wise, you're about to level up. And that vibrating is just all of the berserkness that is going on in your body, and you don't really understand it, but you'll be fine. Pam with the trouble connecting.
Hold 1 second. Hold 1 second. Of course. So don't want to get too long because then we get into trouble with the copyright, whatever it is, you know. But that's
That is one of my
GP.
favorite versions of Happy Birthday.
Absolutely. So upbeat, always so positive.
Okay, so with the meditation, traditional meditation just does not work for me. I can tell you that. And the first time that I actually verbally heard my spirit guides, I was just walking down the street, minding my own business, just walking, not looking to connect, not doing anything, just walk. Lemongrass, that's what it was, Keena. Yes, lemongrass, GP. So after you sage, lemongrass to bring in the good stuff. But back to meditation. So I was just walking, going about my normal day. What you need is an activity that, do you knit or crochet or something? Because they showed me that. Like you just need something that um, gets your mind out of what is really going on, just kind of absorbs your thoughts and takes you into something into a mindless activity. I have a second job and it's a manual job, and when I'm in that job, spirit is just chirping, 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 because I'm doing a repetitive thing, and it's mindless, and I really don't have to do to think about anything specific. Like I'm not trying to put a puzzle together. Like it's just mindless activity is how I first connected, because all the time I tried to concentrate. I tried to be like, oh, okay, be quiet. I tried to quiet my mind. I tried to, none of the traditional things worked for me. And then our teacher, Tina, was like, your walking is a meditation. You do know that. And so for me, it's non-traditional meditation things that work for me. The bowls, like as I get more into it, I am better able to do some of that other stuff. But I just, traditional meditation just is not that for me. It has to be something that takes me out of it. Sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's just listening to music, sometimes it's just whatever your activity is that puts you in that mindset and you start receiving images, words, and things like that. I think that you're trying too hard. For one, you're trying to see it, hear it, or feel it a certain way, and I feel like they're constantly talking to you, but you're discounting it as that can't be possibly what it is. That can't be this, and it is. You're wanting it to come a certain way, and they want you to be more open to all the different ways that they could talk to you. And that's all I have.
What mine? First is the candle trick. Don't forget to try the candle trick for meditation. Light a candle, preferably a thin candle, again, because the candle is not what you're looking at. Light the candle, focus on the flame, only the flame. Watch the flame flicker, watch the flame move. Focus on the flame, nothing else. After a few days of that focus on that flame, you will be able to then learn how to focus, because again, it's that learning how to focus. We are not people who can and can focus. And so remind me about the dreams afterwards too, Pam, because as I next thought. But right now, let me finish this because otherwise it's gone. But the point is that get a candle, a thin tapered candle. Focus on the flame 5 minutes a day, every day, the same day. This is the key. Make an appointment with yourself and your spirit guides that on every day between 7:10 and 7:15, between 5:15, 5:30, 5:20. I don't care when you do it, but whatever time it is, make sure it's every day. And you light that candle and you focus on a flame and you focus on that flame. After a few days at the same time, don't be surprised if all of a sudden you are learning how to focus and you are learning to be able to do a meditation. Because again, it's about focus, focusing your mind, getting your mind to focus and give up on everything else. Because again, there's so much going around us and we take it all in and we're always letting it run our head. But if we focus on that flame and we only focus on the flame, we learn to therefore cut out everything else. And that's the thing, is putting everything else out. So focus on the flame, and then don't be surprised within a few days you start seeing things. All of a sudden, right to the left of the flame, you see somebody's face, or in the flame, you see somebody, or to the right, you see some activity, and you're thinking, wow, wait a minute, is that me just having hallucinations? No, you're starting to see the images and the energy around the flame, and so keep that in mind. The next thing that I would suggest is to also check on YouTube. On YouTube, there are a lot of guided meditations, and a short guided meditation, not this long half-hour stuff, because that puts me to sleep too. But if you try to find a guided meditation for 10 to 15 minutes, do some guided, play it and let it happen. Now, for me, sometimes it turns into meta rest, because as I start doing it, I'm like, you know. So again, you have to find what works for you. The one thing that works for most people who cannot meditate is the candle flame. That one does work, and it is very consistently good for a lot of folks. But it does take you doing it over a period of time. If you do it just once or twice or three times, it's not going to work, because again, you have to retrain your mind. You have to retrain your habits. And your habits are, within a minute, I'm thinking, when I'm done this, I've got to do this. And when I'm done this, and your mind is ever working, no. It's like flame. Look at it move left, move right, move left, move right. You can even turn it into a game and saying, can I make the flame move left? Can I make the flame move right? Can I make the flame flicker? Or let me time it. Again, you're focusing on the flame. By doing this is what you're wanting to do. Those are the two things I would suggest in reference to meditations. The next thing about the dreams is, before you go to sleep, first and foremost, ask in a quiet room, and make sure that you let your subconscious wall down, because this is the danger. A lot of people do. They say, oh, I talk to spirit. Spirit, come on in, spirit. Are you here? And actually subconsciously you're like, I'm afraid I would poop my pants if they pop in, so I really don't want to, but I'm going to. And so it's like, there's this subconscious wall, and it happens, but you would be surprised how many people subconsciously are doing the opposite of what they say they want. So let the subconscious wall down, make sure that you're available, and then say, spirit, if you are here, please, you are welcome to present yourselves. The one I always give caveats. The first and foremost is, however, only the good spirits. If you are evil or you have ill intent, you are not welcome here. You must go. The other thing that I often say is that if you have any ill intent toward me, or ill intent for family, you are not welcome here. You must go. Those are the things that I say. And then I say, anybody else who wants to come in, come on. If you are past lives and you want to come in, if you are spirits who have been family members who passed, friends passed, come on in. Spirit guides, come on in. Everybody is welcome, that kind of thing. And then over time, believe it or not, you start getting information, you start getting downloads. And then before you go to sleep, the other thing that I would suggest is tell yourself, in the morning, spirit, allow me to remember my dreams. Allow me to remember my dreams. Now, one of the other things that they teach often, and this one I don't do because it drives me absolutely bonkers, but you can set an alarm clock and set it at 12, 2, and 4. And when it goes off, the chances are you'll be interrupted in a dream. And have a journal beside you and journal your dreams. Because again, usually you are in REM state during those times. So that's something to consider, but I don't suggest going there because it messes up your sleep cycle. But I would suggest the other things, and they do work. They do work, but it takes time. And you have to, again, schedule the same time for your candle work. Make sure before you go to bed, you invite spirits in to have a conversation with you. And then before you go to sleep, say, spirits, allow me to remember tomorrow what I'm dreaming tonight. And you will be surprised what it is that you remember.
I am the person that forgets to do that at night. So when I wake up, I say, is there anything specific that you want me to remember from that dream? So you can also do that. Like if you forget to do it at night, you can say, is there anything specific you want me to do? But the question that Spirit told me to ask you is, when you say you're having a hard time connecting with them, what is it that you're trying to receive? Information about yourself? Because a lot of time it's hard for us to receive information about ourselves. One of the things they told me to tell you to do is just to read me now. When you look at me, when you see my energy, what is it that you're getting from me now? Because they're telling me that you're receiving now, you're just discounting. So when you look at me, whether you need to look at my eyes or whatever. What is it that you see in me? Just tell me what you think, feel, or what you're receiving. It's a color, it's a whatever. Just go ahead and write it, and I'll confirm for you if you're right what you're saying. But they're saying just go ahead and read. Tell her to read you now. So Pam, go ahead and just read me. That's another thing. Just practice, practice, practice. Um, what are you hearing? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you tasting? What are you smelling? Those are all ways that you receive. I think that you're wanting to hear an audible thing or to see something or to all those other ways are also ways that you receive too. Do you get a taste? Like I kept saying, oh, I taste ocean water. Oh, I smell ocean water. Oh, I feel overwhelmed. Oh, I get a goosebumps. Those are all ways that you receive from spirit. So don't be locked into I have to hear them. I have to see a vision. I have to. It may just be a color. Divinely Guided 302. When she started receiving, it was colors. She was just getting colors, colors, and I was like, oh, okay, what do you get when you get a color? When you see orange, what do you see? What does orange mean to me? To me, orange is sunshine. To me, orange is oranges. Oranges are sweet. Like you have to take yourself on that train of thought and just understand what it is that you're receiving because it's not going to be the same for everybody. The way that I receive is not the way that you're going to receive. And the way that Don receives is not the way that I'm going to receive. Like I literally hear and see. Don just gets it. It's just in there. Like if somebody was to say, what's 2 plus 2, you would automatically do 4. You wouldn't try to figure out how you got the information. That's kind of how it just pops into Don's head. He just gets it. It's just there. So don't try to align how I receive or how Don receives or how anybody else receives with how you receive. It's all in the way you receive. But whenever you're ready, just say whatever it is, whatever you see when you look at me, whatever you hear, whatever you feel. Do you get anxious? Do you feel sad? Do you feel happy? Like, what is it that you get when you look at me and you tap into my energy? I'm giving you permission. Go ahead, tap into my energy. What do you see? What do you feel? Do you get a word? Do you get a color? Do you get a sound? Do you get a song? Do you get anything? Like a lot of people say, oh, I see pink. When somebody says they see pink, I know that's my grandmother. So it's all in you receiving everything. You're a little bit too restrictive and you want it to come a certain way. Like you can ask them to come to you a certain way, but you first have to recognize that you are receiving and then you can do it. Like again, I wanted to talk to my cousin. I just started writing in my journal, Dear Waddell. Like I wrote to him and I called him into me. So you can decide how you want to receive, but don't discount all the other things that you're receiving and think that you're not getting information from your spirit guides because they're constantly talking. Believe me.
Sometimes too much, right, Angie? Sometimes they drive you crazy. Yes. Angie always tells me, I keep saying I'd love to be able to hear my spirit guides. And Angie's like, be careful what you ask for because it is not fun. When they get in your head and they get up in your junk, they are there often. And when you don't want them, they're still there. And when they don't communicate with her, they go to her sister and drive her sister crazy to talk to her. So it's like, Angie's like,
I wish
Lord,
they
I
were
can't
going
even
to talk
talk
to her now. You see pretty colors. Okay, what kind of colors? Like, Keena said, no, you don't, die. You said you see pretty colors. Is it a rainbow of colors? Is it a cluster of colors? What are the colors that you see? Like, just describe it. I wish we could, what's that one thing you were talking about? I something.
Oh,
What was that?
yeah, Discord.
I
It's
code
Discord.
Discord, yeah. So Pam, just just describe what it is that you see, what it is that you feel, what it is that you get from me. Like.
Hey Pam, call me on the cell phone, and then you can talk with us. I'll let the cell phone talk, and we can talk and have this conversation instead of texting. So call me on the cell phone. You know my cell phone number, right? Call me on the cell phone, and then we can have this conversation, and Angie can, we all three, and everybody can hear it then. Happy birthday to you. Stuck in my head now. Happy birthday to you. If you're comfortable with
All
talking,
aboard the poo train. Hello. That is a unique name. Blues, purple, pinks, and orange. Blue to me is calming. Anytime I see blue is calming. Um,
oops, we got a voicemail. Pam, give us a call and we can have this conversation. There we go. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear.
Can you all hear Angie?
I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Blue to me is calming anytime I see.
Turn the Pam. Go ahead and turn the computer volume down so we can and we'll talk through here.
Okay.
Super. We can still hear it.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Get off my. Okay. It was on the iPad. Okay.
Okay. Super.
Sorry.
Super. So Angie, go ahead and continue the conversation.
Go ahead. Tell me what you see. Just describe it, and I'll tell you where you are, what you're getting, what you're good at. I mean, like what you're receiving. I'll confirm everything that you're on point with.
Okay, so Angie, what I see all the color behind you, but I see it coming through you. It's like I see it in your face, but it's behind you. Does that make sense?
She's shaking her head, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Angie's being a pantomime now.
Okay, let me go, because GP says she sees orange too.
I'll go back and watch it though. I can't hear Angie replying, but I can go back and watch it. So
no, she was shaking her head.
You have to ask me questions.
No, she was shaking her head. So
I can hear you.
Yeah. Hold 1 second. I'm gonna turn this up. Go ahead, Angie.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, so it's so Angie, you were saying about the colors that are coming through you. Angie.
Okay, so when I see pink, I know that's my grandmother there. But did she say she sees a jumble of colors, or like all those colors behind me coming through me? I think to me that speaks to the confusion or the disconnect that I feel like it's a whole bunch of things that are coming through me that are all jumbled up, like they're no longer separated into what it should be. Like it should be like the blue is usually calming. Somebody in class the other day told me they saw orange, so I don't know what this orange is because it hasn't been related to me. But when I see orange is like sweet, sunshine. So those are good things for me. What do you feel, or what do you understand when you see those colors in relation to me, or what do they mean to you?
Yeah, like if you see orange, Pam, what do you think when you see orange? University of Texas?
Sorry.
No, that's true. Burnt orange. That's what so education probably, right? Higher education or something?
Yeah, University of Texas is what I think of with orange.
Right. So for you, when you see burnt orange, you're probably you're in your vocabulary, because this is how we will learn when we start our classes on Tuesday nights, is that you learn your vocabulary based on what you feel and what you see. So when you see a burnt orange and it tells you that, then it's telling you that either a Texas tradition, which is University of Texas, or a higher education for you, because that's what UT represents for you. So it's either tradition or that. Now, what would you think when you see purple?
I love purple. Purple's my favorite color. So purple makes me happy.
Happy. Okay, good. So when you see purple with somebody else, that's telling you that that person may be in a happy time or going through a happy period, or there's happy news. And so again, it's like Angie was saying, you're connecting what you do, and everybody else out there the same. When you are working with, especially when you are new to this, you have to learn your vocabulary, and your vocabulary is based on your impressions. So like, you're not asking what Angie thinks when you see orange on Angie. Your vocabulary tells you what your impression of Angie is with the orange. Your impression is anytime, like if I were to see a brown square, that's my grandmother's cookie. So if I'm talking to Angie and all of a sudden for some reason in her hand she's holding a brown square, well, that means my grandmother's energy, and so this homely kind of very comforting, warm energy, which means Angie may need some comforting, some warmth, because maybe she's going through a tough time. And that's how my vocabulary works, and yours will do the same. Everybody out there, your vocabulary is based on your experiences and what things mean to you, not to the person you're reading. Now, when you have those iconography, when it's in your head, then you can translate it and say, okay, if I'm feeling this, then this is what I'm probably getting from them. Because it's not what they think it means, it's what you think it means. It's your vocabulary. And it takes time sometimes to put those together, because you'll see repeat images and you'll wonder, how does this keep doing this? And then eventually you'll realize after 2 or 3 readings, the same thing popped up for different ones, and yet then they tell you, well, I'm going through this, and you're like, okay, that's what that means now. Before I would not have known what that means, but now I do.
I just heard two things. One, this is our initiation into teaching, and then two, tell her to keep going because she's feeling comfortable now. So go ahead, keep going.
Yes, and it'll be the confusing part, Pam, is the best part, because again, that's the growth. If you're confused, that means you're learning and getting downloads. If you're not confused, that would be the sad part, because right now, you're probably being hit by tons of images, and you're like, what the hell is going on? I can't make sense of this. But you can, and one of the good ways to do it is do more readings. Get out there and start reading with people and connecting with people. Call Angie, call me, and do our readings for us. And we can then give you some feedback on what it is those signs mean to you, so we can say, oh, that means this in our, I'm feeling this, and you'll say, okay, that's what that means now, because that's how you make sure, that's how you confirm your symbols. You confirm your symbols by making sure that you're getting the right information to the person you're reading. And if your information is not right, then they can tell you that's not quite what I'm feeling. You're like, okay, then I have to readjust what I think that symbol means. Does it help you?
Go ahead, continue. Keep reading.
Yeah, it does a lot. I really appreciate it. I mean, there are some things, like, I have already put the journal by my bed. I mean, I'm waiting to remember my dreams so I can write them down. And, I've seen things in my dreams in the past. And, Angie, I'm probably waiting to see it like that again. So maybe, yeah.
Keep reading me. Continue, because they said you have something specific. So say everything you say. I'm giving you an open table. Just say what you see. It doesn't matter. Just say what you see.
So read Angie right now. Go ahead and read Angie right now.
Say it again.
Go ahead and read Angie right now, actually. Go ahead and give her a quick reading.
Keep going.
Yep.
Just by looking at you?
Yep.
I can't hear her though.
No, she's waiting for you. She wants you to tell her, just give her a reading. Just start reading what you're feeling from her, what your symbols are, and what you think that means. Just give her an actual reading like you give anybody else.
Okay. Well, I haven't done it without the cards, so okay. Let's see. Again,
just use your images.
Okay. So, and I am getting better with the cards. I am starting to make more stories out of them. So that's good. Angie, I feel tired.
She's shaking her head yes. She's confirming you got that right.
To me, I don't know if the tapestry behind you is moving, but it's moving.
No, it is moving. Yeah. It moves a little bit from the wind, from the air.
Okay. I don't know. It looks like the sun's right above her head.
So if you see the sun is out, Pam, what are you, when you think of the sun coming out, especially if it's over your head, what does that mean to you? What would that mean? What would that symbolism mean to you?
I like it when the sun comes out. It makes me happy. I don't like it when it's dark and dreary.
Okay. So for Angie, she energy. Okay, and she would thrive better in a sunlit community. That's kind of what you're saying. She's happier in a sunlit community. Is that what you're saying?
She's happier what?
Do you say that you're happier when the sun is out? So you're happier in a sunlit community. So that's what you're saying. Angie would be somebody who's probably happier in a sunlit community.
Okay. Yeah.
You see?
The sun's right above her head.
Yeah. So that's a psychic connection. Putting the iconography to work. Identifying when I see that symbol, this is what it means. And yes, Angie is confirming that she does like the warmer sunny settings and not so much the cold and dreary. Yeah, she's saying, yep, she doesn't like the cold. So you got that one right again.
They're saying there's something specific that you're not saying. You're supposed to be saying something else. Like there's something that you're not sure of whether you can say it or not. I'm giving you open table. Just say it. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
You hear what she said?
I see a crystal ball.
You see a crystal ball? Okay. And so what would that,
That's not it.
and that represents what
I
to
do
you?
see one right above her head, though.
Okay. And what would that represent to you? Now, is it an orb or is it a crystal ball? They're two very different things in psychic world and in general speaking. Because, so do you see an orb, a glass orb, or a crystal ball?
It's probably an orb.
It's an orb. Very good. Very good. So she sees an orb above you, Angie. Now, orbs, if you see an orb, that may not be symbolism. That you may be seeing a spirit. You may, because some people can see spirits that way. You may be seeing a spirit that's around Angie. And that orb could be that spirit. Because again, when spirit comes, often spirit comes in orb. It's like orbs. And so don't be surprised if that's what that means. And now it doesn't necessarily have to be that. But Angie has spirits around her all the time. So it would not be a surprise if you see a spirit over Angie, because she's bombarded with spirits. I mean, she just lives with spirits around her. So you may be picking up on that. You may have that gift of being able to see the spirits as they are in motion. And that is amazing. If that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gift. Anything else that you can pick up?
I don't think so right now.
Well, super. No, I think this was great because I think I'm going to let you go, Pam, and then I'm going to continue. Well, Angie and I'll continue talking. But thank you so much, because this is how you develop your skills, folks. This was exactly what Angie and I have been telling you guys about. So, Pam, thank you so much for letting us use you as an opportunity to learn and grow and show people how we can slowly help and develop this, how we've come to develop this. So, thank you so much, Pam.
Okay. And one thing, since I've really been trying to come out of my metaphysical closet, the last few days I saw like 4 butterflies, and I know that's the spirit. I know in a way that is the way they fly in front of me. But
fantastic. There you go. So super.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
All right, Pam. Bye-bye.
Okay, so if she turns her volume up, I want to confirm. Okay, so tired, I literally just, I was watching Alison Dubois, and she was having no, it wasn't her. It was a show that came on after her. And this person was a medium, and she was reading, and I literally broke down in tears and told Spirit, I'm tired. You make things too hard for me. Why do you make things so hard for me? And it was just before I did the reading for my friend, but I literally was like, I'm tired. You make things too hard for me. And I just was uncontrollably crying, because I was like, why do you have to make things so hard for me? And they took me back to my grandmother, which is the pink. And she says, I know you think that your life was hard, but it had to be that way. When she said she saw the crystal ball, I heard that's you wanting things to be crystal clear, me wanting things to be crystal clear. So that is correct. The crystal ball is that I want things to be crystal clear. I don't like things to be murky. So she was on point with that. When she saw the sun, they reminded me that I did a spread on myself today, and it was the sun card was one of the cards that I pulled. And I immediately said, you know what? I immediately negated what it was. Like, I don't feel like the sun is out. Like, I don't feel like that sunshine is coming. Like, I was just in a bad mood. Then she said butterfly. Butterfly to me is transformation, cocoon. I feel like I'm in that in-between state where you go as a caterpillar in there and you're changing into what you need to be. And I haven't quite turned into the butterfly. Like, I feel like I'm in that unknown state. Like, I know what is happening to me is good and is going to make me something totally different, but I'm in that spot where I don't know what's going on. So that's how I feel. And then she said something else about purple. In the reading that I did today, it was purple lotus flower, and it was about that was very prominent in the reading, purple lotus flower, purple. But to me, purple is royalty, royalty and majestic and just power. Like, that's what purple is to me. So she was very much on point in the things she was saying, but the tired very hit home, because I literally was in tears talking to Spirit. Like, why do you make things so hard for me? Especially when I'm trying to participate, I'm trying to hear you, I'm trying to receive. And I just was like, I'm tired of you making it so hard for me. Why does it have to be so hard for me? And then the pink definitely was my grandmother. So, yeah, She was very much on point. She just needs to continue to do that over and over and over and know that she's right on point. But I did want to let her know everything she said, she was definitely in line with how
Yes.
my day is going today.
And again, everybody out there, um, the one thing I can tell you, and I repeat it over and over again, is practice, practice, practice. The more that you practice on someone, first of all, the more that you become comfortable and you let your guard down, because again, your ego has to be gone. And at first, we're so worried about embarrassing ourselves that ego comes out. But as you practice more and you make mistakes, and you will make mistakes, the more mistakes you make, the more comfortable you are with making mistakes. And you're like, you know what? I've got to make mistakes to learn. Because again, your images, your ideologies, your iconography, your symbolism is something learned. Again, it's not that you don't know the symbol, it's you don't understand what that symbol means until you're able to connect enough with it with somebody else, with people, for them, enough people to confirm that, yeah, that's what that means. Then all of a sudden you're like, okay, now I'm set, I'm certain that that's what that means. Because otherwise you can say, I see purple and therefore it's whatever, or I see blue and it's whatever. But if it has no connection, then it doesn't make sense. But when you talk to somebody and say, I'm seeing blue in you, would that mean this to you? Does that resonate? And then you ask the next person, and when 2 or 3 people say, yeah, that's exactly what it is, boom, now you know you have confirmation. If you don't practice with somebody, you will not get the confirmation, and therefore you don't know what your symbols are. You won't know your symbols until you get confirmation that exactly what you're trying to suggest they are is what they are. So again, practice, practice, practice. And that's what we do on our Monday night classes, and that's what Angie and I want to do, start doing a Tuesday class here.
Exactly the way that we did it today. Just read, just say what you feel, and then
Yep.
you'll get the confirmation either or you could be told, like I've learned that the worst that somebody could say is no, you're not right, or no, you're on the wrong track, and then I just recalibrate and do it over again. Okay, the sun to me means this, but the sun to her means something else. So is the next time is going to be my meaning or their meaning? You just kind of figure it out as you go back and forth.
Yep.
That
So
was
if you
fun. I
are,
like that, Pam.
yeah, it was fun. It was much fun, exactly. And if you are interested in doing this, if you are interested in learning and developing these things, Angie and I really are planning to start on a Tuesday, maybe one time, maybe next week or next week after, who knows, where we can get things going. But we are going to do this, and we're going to do it on, not on these platforms because we need interaction, and therefore we're going to do it on Zoom. So where everybody can come on Zoom together, and then we can do breakout rooms and then come back together, and we can practice, and we can see you, you can see us, and we all have communications. So if you are interested in that, please reach out to either Angie or myself. Mine is advice@sonoranmysterytarot.com. Again, that's advice@sonoranmysterytarot.com. Email me and say, please include me. And then when we get going, I will send a link out to everybody, and you click that link and it brings you into the Zoom. And Angie, can you remind me of your email address as well?
A5Says, the letter A, the number 5, says, SAYS, yes, at gmail.com. A5Says yes at gmail.com.
And the best part about it, when we start doing this and practicing, you get tons of readings for yourself as well, because as you practice with your team, as your group, you read each other for over and over again, and you'll get to know, and you'll get lots of more information about yourself that you may not have known, because a 5-minute reading or a 10-minute reading would not have delivered that information. So again, it's a great time for you to practice your skills, but also a great time to get readings. It's wonderful.
I am going to have to figure out, like, talk to my guides about the orange, because this is the 3rd person in 3 days who said orange. She saw orange, GP saw an orange coat, and then when we were in class, they saw a big ball of orange. So again, like, to me, orange is sweet, like oranges. So it's sweet, it's good. So that's along the lines for me. So I'm hoping that life is about to be sweet and good or something like that. But that orange energy is bright, so shining. So I'm assuming that that's what that means. We'll see.
I'll take it. Good, take it. And then also, I wanted to reach back to Angel Eyes real quick. Angel Eyes, a few minutes ago, more than just a few, I'm sure, commented.
John,
and she
can
said
you
that,
take the comment down so they can see our email address? Somebody's asking. If you just, yep, so they can see it.
Yep. Let me find it. Where the hell is it? Happy birthday to you. Where is the comment?
So
Oh, there
if
it
you
is.
put another comment, okay, there you go. So there it is right there. Angels will fly. That's it right there. A5Says yes at gmail.com. And then Don, that's not your
And then,
email address.
no, I didn't put my email in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
But
that's my email address right there. Angels will fly was asking. It's that right there on the screen.
I just put it in the thing so it'll pop up.
Oh, there you
And
go.
then, and then Angel Eyes, earlier for you folks who weren't here, I was talking to Angel Eyes and I was telling you her granddaughter has a friend that she meets in the park. And I saw here, it said, Angel Eyes followed up later while we were talking about everything else. And she said, Don, I want to let you know that Zoe does talk about playing in the park with a friend. So apparently Zoe has confirmed what I was saying about her meeting a friend in the park and playing. But again, it's the virtual park. It's not the physical. It is. But the point is they meet in the park. So that's wonderful. I'm glad to have that confirmation. I'm glad to see that because again, I was sensing that very, very much. So thank you for that confirmation. It's very important. So everybody, it's been a wonderful evening. I'm so glad in the end we had a chance to actually do some practice. I mean, it's wonderful, and to let people to see how you can develop this. And Pam has not been at doing this very long, by the way, folks. Pam started this journey for her just not so long ago, and so she is already getting some of the components down. That shows you how fast this can happen. I mean, if you open yourself up to it, if you let your mind be free, you can fly. You can fly. Your feet are only on the ground if you make them. And so open it up, and I'm telling you, you will be thrilled with what you get. It'll be scary from time to time. You will be frustrated from time to time because again, the spirits are not always clear. And for me, as Angie said, I get downloads of information, and it's like I don't know because it's because I was an engineer and an attorney at one point. They give me a puzzle and I got to put it together, and it drives me bonkers. And I do get it wrong from time to time because I'm like, okay, this and this, they're connecting in this way, so it must. And then you're like, no, not necessarily, because it could be this. And then you're like, oh, so it can be crazy.
You know what has helped me immensely this week? Medium, the show Medium with Patricia Arquette. Is it Patricia Arquette? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it is based on the Alison Dubois lady, and so she, it was seeing her piece together her things, but how often she was misinterpreting what it was, and then future events will happen, and then it would be like, oh, it's this and not that. It reminds me of how I used to see as a little kid. They would show me a little square, and I would just see like a little square, an 8 by 10 of whatever it was that was or a rectangle of whatever was going to happen in the future, and I wouldn't know what it was, and then in the future when it happened, that square would just expand and it would be my reality, and I'd be like, oh, I saw the future, that's what it was. But for her, like, she was misinterpreting things, like she was thinking like, oh, this is going to be the killer because of this and this, and it was her putting the wrong clues together, and then she'd be like, oh, now that I know this piece of information, it's not it's this. And so it's just learning those clues and putting them together the way that they're supposed to be. Like when we were in class the other day, I kept seeing lava on the ground, and I kept saying, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, lava is either there. She's going to be on the location is a place where there's volcanoes." Or, and then they kept showing me the steam. I said, okay, no, it's something hot. I said, oh, you're tiptoeing around a situation. The situation was intense, like a volcano would be, like the lava would be. But this had already turned dark, so it was no longer hot and flowing. It had already turned dark, but it was still hot. So she was tiptoeing around a situation. But I had to interpret that, and by her responding to what I was saying, be like, yep, that's correct. But the lava to me usually, or I thought it meant location, but it was the situation. And so it's just piecing together your little pieces of information, like Don said.
And having the confidence to believe what you're getting is what it is, and not have to second guess yourself or whatever, and just put it out there. Because again, you're among friends. You can be you're not embarrassing yourself at all. You just put it out there, and see what it means. And that's the important thing. Put that ego aside. It's not important.
But also remember that sometimes the person that you're reading may not be as open, like they may be laser focused on something else too. And so you may be saying, oh, I see this, I see, it's kind of like that 6 to 9 perspective. Like I see a 6, but you see a 9, or you're locked in on seeing one thing and I see something else. And so you're a little bit too closed off on what I'm saying. So don't always think when they say no, that it's not. Like they may come back and be like, oh yeah, you were right. Oh yeah, it was this, like the lady who came back and said, oh, you guys were right. The relationship didn't work out at the time. I don't think that they were receptive to it. But now they're coming back weeks later and saying, oh, you guys were right. So you don't always get your confirmation right there either. Sometimes it comes later.
And I'll give you a crazy example. Angie, I'm not sure you were there for this one, Angie. I'm not sure. But we were in class and we had the dark circle. Everybody was around the room and the dark lights were off. And all of a sudden, this blonde woman is standing here in front of me. It's one of the first people I'd actually seen. One of the first dead people who I'd seen. And she's standing there. And then all of a sudden, the girl beside her, who is live, starts crying and weeping. And I'm like, okay, I'm guessing that I'm seeing the real thing then, because she's experiencing what this woman's going through. So then I asked and I said, I'm seeing a woman in front of me. She's blonde. She was blonde in her life, and she kept herself blonde because she would do the work to make it blonde anyway. And then I was talking, I said, this is a woman. The daughter is here, and she died from a trauma to the chest. And she died suddenly, unexpectedly. It was a violent act. This woman was attached to bees. Somehow she worked for somebody with bees, or she worked around bees or whatever. And then apparently the person she worked with the bees died while they were going to work with the bees. And so, and chirping, you could hear birds chirping. Nobody's standing up, right? Nobody. I'm like, okay, but I'm spitting it out. I'm just saying what I got, right? So Tina's like, can anybody own this? Does this resonate? And again, chirping. Tina's like, okay, well, we'll move on. Well, the woman was insistent. She's like, we're not moving on. You need to come. So I said, Aunt Tina, she's give me some more information. And then I give some more information. And I talk about this, that, and the other. Again, birds chirping. Birds chirping. So we start moving on, and some other people start talking, and then you get done. And the woman's like, you need to get back because I need to tell my daughter. She needs to listen. And I'm thinking to myself, what can I do? I've told everything. I mean, if I get specific about bees, working for a man who works with bees, working for blah, 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 and I'm like, hello, that's very specific. So then she says, and she has this exhaustive breath, and she's like, just tell her earring. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, just tell her earring. And she very specifically left the S off, earring. So I said, okay, Tina, one more. This woman's back, and she will not let me rest. Earring. She's saying earring. All of a sudden here, and this woman's like, oh, I think that's for me. I think that's for me. And of course, at this point, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So Tina, who is wonderful and very patient, she looks over to her and she goes, what part was significant? She goes, well, my mom did die from an impact to the chest, and she did work for the guy who's the head of the Arizona Bee Association, and he was going to the beehives, and he died on the way to the beehives. And Angie's like, that didn't resonate. No, because I thought anybody, And she's like, well, and your mom is blonde. Yes, my mom was blonde, and she did die yes, and she was shot in the chest, right? Yes, and yes, and her brother had shot her in the chest or whatever. Anyway, the point was, it was like. She says, so what part then, what was the significance, what was it? She goes, the earring. And she goes, okay, tell us that. And she goes, because I was at the funeral, and while they were getting ready to lower the coffin into the vault, I looked over, and my mother had given me a pair of earrings, and one of them fell out and went into the vault. So in the vault is one of the earrings, on my ear was the other. And she said, so when you said earring, that clicked. And Tina just gives that look like, she was so cool, but I'm in my head, I'm thinking, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, the earring, anybody, but the bees and the working with the bees and the trauma to the chest and whatever. And I tell you what, it was interesting because the mother was insistent, because the mother told me clearly that the daughter had to find some papers, that there are more papers, and the papers are there because there was a hearing coming up. The mother's telling me this, and I'm telling the daughter then. And the daughter's like, no, I've seen all the papers. I went through them all. They're not there. And I'm like, no, your mom's saying the papers are there. You need to go through them. 2 weeks later, the girl comes in back to the group meeting and she's like, I'm so glad you told me that because I went home, I went through the papers again, and I found a receipt for a storage unit. I went to the storage unit full of papers, and I found the papers needed for the hearing, and we wound up getting the benefit of that. All of that, an earring. Not bees, not, not trauma to the chest, earring. So again, when people are not wanting to hear, even people like us, we miss the cues because we're focused on something else. We're thinking something else. All of a sudden, we miss it. So believe me, it happens. People miss even the most specific things because like, that maybe not for me. And you're like, who the freaking else? That's what Angie was trying to say, but I'm giving you a finite example because it happens. And it happened with somebody who's metaphysical, and yet they did it. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
I have 2 or 3 things. One, Don, don't tell anybody. I missed the love readings. Nobody asked about love tonight. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody asked about love, and I'm kind of like, dang, that okay. And then 2, Angels Will Fly asks, do you guys only focus on spirit work? I'm not exactly sure. Like, do you mean do we only like the mediumship part of it? Because all information I receive is from spirit. Like, so not necessarily seeing spirits, but receiving. All my information comes from a higher power or from spirit. Alicia Black, don't laugh at me because I missed the love reading. But all of the information comes from spirit. Oh, we did give divinely guided one, but I want like I missed the weird ones where you're like,
but she didn't ask for one.
she didn't ask for one. So I missed those ones where we're going like, now you knew better than that in the first place.
Is A still interested in me? Yeah, is A still interested in me?
Don't tell nobody because I don't want them to come back next week and the first 10 be like, yeah, where's John Michael? And I know. But
A's a Scorpion. Is A still interested in me? Is A still the same as me?
I never thought I would miss it because I'm just like, wait, nobody even asked. Like, what happened, people? Like, we ran you all away. We were the Grim Reapers of love. So I kind of, you didn't hear me say that, but you know. And then again, Angels Will Fly. Sorry, I'm not focus on friends first. But spirit, like we don't specifically focus on like spirits in the mediumship realm because I'm getting better at that. It's not necessarily my strongest thing. Psychic stuff is for me, but everything I receive comes from spirit. So in that way, yes. But just on expanding your clues and how you pull information out and how your train process works, like how things work in your head for you to pull things out. And so that's kind of what we're going to focus on, like just pretty much exactly the way we did it with Pam is how Tina pulled it out of us. It's just like what do you see? What do you feel? Ask spirit what they want. Ask this, ask that, do this, do that. And it's just basically that. Just practice, practice, practice. Feel free, Pam, to call me anytime and tell me what you see. GP, if you're still on here, feel free to continue that reading with me. Like you can call me and continue that reading with me also, because I feel like you have more to say. Like I feel like you guys just aren't practicing. And if you could just practice a little bit, you would be a lot more confident in it, and the information would just start to flow. Like you would just walk up to somebody, or you could just immediately, like you'll develop your own clues. For me, I have to ask, I don't have to, but I usually ask spirit, what information do you have for Angels Will Fly? And so then they tell me. I specifically say your name, and that was another thing that our teacher taught us, is to identify who it is so you know that you're talking to the right person or that you're receiving from the right person. Just ask about that person. And then it was one more thing I was gonna say. Oh gosh, Don, I forgot. Wait, it was the angels. It was the love readings. The Angels Will Fly, and then I forgot what the last thing was. We can just keep. I totally forgot what it was. So we can just go ahead and keep going because Stephanie. Oh, there's a Stephanie lady who came in there and said she would love a general reading. Stephanie, if you're still here, is there somebody named Gina, Jenna, or something along that lines. Gina, Jenny, or something with that J name. I heard that when I read your question, something about that person. If you're still here, because she asked for she said a general reading would be greatly appreciated if it's not too late. Let me see. She's still here. So does that J sounding Gina, Jenny, does that sound familiar? I don't feel like they're a deceased person. I feel like they are a friend or a sister. Like I get it is somebody that you know. So I get okay. They're showing me my sister Keena. So is it a sister or a relative or somebody like a sister in your life? Cousin. Yep, it could be a cousin. Missing you. Somebody is missing you, like maybe you're not as close as you used to be to that person, and they're missing you. You just need to call them, like you've been thinking about reaching out and you just haven't reached out. And it may not be that name. It could be along the sound of or the letter of, or like I said, Jenna. It could be Lena or something like that. But they're showing me my sister. So I feel like this bond or this person would be more along the lines of a sisterly relationship, or the closeness of that kind of bond. And they're missing you and they need you to reach out and call them. I feel like they're going through something or they're going through some type of situation. It would be somebody along that closeness to you. And maybe you thought you kept saying you were going to call this person. You just been putting off and put Jennifer. Okay. You need to reach out to them and just like they're missing you or they're needing a shoulder to lean on or a listening ear. And I think that you've been saying like, oh, I'm going to call, and you just haven't. And so they're needing you to reach out and call is how I'm receiving the information for you. And let me see if I'm getting anything else. Is this person possibly going through a relationship separation? And something about kids, like feeling overwhelmed with the kids. A night out with you or some kind of time with you seems like it would be oh, she said that's right, that's good. This person would really enjoy some, if I don't know if you're in the same state, it seems like you can't get to this person, like a night out with you, drinks or just going over to help to be with them. They need some adult time. And so that they need you to reach out is what I'm getting. I'm getting goosebumps. So that is clearly it. They really need you. And I do feel tearful. Like there's tears behind my eyes. And so they are going to be very tearful that you knew and they didn't reach out. Like they're not a person who would ask for help. And so the fact that you're reaching out to them, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, how did you know? And so you really do need to reach out to this person. And that's all I got. And that's it. We can't hear you, Don.
Sorry. Hopefully that resonates with you and Stephanie, and you can get something from that. So with that said, I think we are done. Put a fork in us.
One more thing, new job. You're something about a new job. I don't know if you apply for a new job, but I feel like a new job is coming for you also, Stephanie. Still in your field. I feel like it's going to still be in whatever field you are in now. But I do a new job, more income, like you're wanting more money or something like that, or I feel like you've been praying for more money, or a better opportunity or something that doesn't like you feel like you're working hard and you're not getting a reward for it. So you are going to get a new job. 3 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks, months. I'm not sure which one it is. I see the word weeks, so it could be weeks, but you definitely are going to get a new job very, very soon. And that's it. For real, for real.
I'm like, come on, I fought for this last time. I'm not sure I'm going there again.
And be sure to like, share, subscribe, Stephanie.
Everybody, like, share, subscribe, and make sure that you hit that little bell that is that look the shape of an icon of a, the icon shaped as a bell. And if you do that, then you'll get notices every time we go on live online, whether we post or not. It'll pop up for you. So again, do that. And by liking, when you click on the like button, it does help us because the algorithm picks it up as more people liked it, and therefore it shares it with more people. So it would be great if you guys could do that for us. And Kina, yeah, we see you there. We see you there. Hopefully next week we'll see you here.
So I text Kina midway through the show, like, "Are you still at the thing?" She says, "Oh no, I'm at home watching you guys." Really? You could have jumped right in through that chat. You could have jumped right on in and just went ahead and started, controlling the list. People are already ready. Like, Kina, is it shut down? Like, they're afraid of you, Kina. It was great. Today was great. Like, I feel like we got a lot done. But the whole time that we were doing the thing with Pam, my ear was on fire. I don't know if you saw me scratching. And they said, "This is your initiation into teaching." And then, of course, Kina was like, "Oh, yeah, you guys need to start that thing." So, Don, we really, really have to get it. Like, we really need it. People are really just waiting on us.
Yeah, email us and let us know, and we'll put something together very soon. Maybe within a week or two, Angie, maybe we can get something done and get it going. And if you email us, Angie's is there. Mine is advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. And you send it to us, and we will add you to
You
the
can
list.
also comment on any of these little videos or anything that we have, and we'll get that too. Like, we read the
And these
comments. We do
classes will be
respond to the
free.
comments.
They will
Yep.
not be any charge. You will not see us asking for money. And one more thing, by the way, one of the people who come here often sent me a notice this past week telling me that somebody created a Facebook page that had Sonoran Mystic Tarot, but they switched some of the letters in Mystic, and then they were sending messages to people who visit this page often, and was soliciting readings for money. That is not me. I do not solicit any readings. Angie does not solicit any readings. If you approach us and say, "I'd like a reading," we'll give you readings, but I don't go out there and ask you to come get a reading from me. I don't beg anybody to do it because, Lord, I have enough as it is. And I do not charge when you come through these situations. Now, I do have my webpage. If you go through that webpage and you initiate that, then that is different and that is charged. And that's when I respond. But you will not get something from me cold call. That will not happen. So if you get something from me or Angie and it says something similar to that, ignore it. It is not us. We do
And
not.
you can feel free to report them. You report them as necessary. You don't even have to let us know. Just report them, because again, we would never reach out and say, "Hey, inbox me for a reading," or "Hey, this and that." We don't solicit you. When you come to us, then we'll respond. But we're not going to come to you and say, "Hey, I want to give you a reading." Just go ahead. Also, I want to say, Tanisha, congratulations on your first day in where is it, Lisbon or? Wait, how do we pronounce it? Listen, across the pond. And when you meet the guy, again, listen, we're looking for cousins, uncles, brothers with big hands.
Exactly.
But let us know. Like, just, I feel like you should give us a video every week just summarizing what's going on, even if it's just the scenery. Like, we are living through you across the pond, lady.
Exactly. Yes, indeed. Well, folks, we will see you next week, and who knows, maybe we may even have a class between now and then. Who knows? So Angie and I will get working on that, and we will send information out to everybody. So again, if you're interested, email us, and we will be back in touch with you guys. Y'all take care, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye. Oh, tomorrow morning, by the way. Don't forget Angie.
Oh, tomorrow morning. Don, tomorrow morning, yes.
Yeah. Shauna and I will be back on here at 7 a.m. California time, West Coast time, which is Pacific time. So figure out the other time otherwise, because I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern
Subscribe time. And you won't miss it. Listen, that's all I do is wait for the alert. Oh, there they are, and I do it. Good night, Stephanie. It was nice to meet you and glad you joined our live. Hope to see you again tomorrow and next week. Linda, of course, always. JoJo, everybody who's out here, we thank you all. And tonight was fun, Don. I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
Oh, absolutely. Don, can you just pan up a little bit so they can see that statue above you? the little Jesus statue. I always think that is so fascinating. I've never seen a statue like that. Like, I love that statue when I come to your house up there of the Jesus just sitting there like,
Let
and I
me see
always
if I
think he's like, these people are getting on my nerves.
here. Let me see if I can give it a little better.
I always love that statue that Don has up there. Don has some very neat artwork, but look at that statue. I've never seen Jesus portrayed in that way. Isn't that neat, guys? Like, I just love it. That little statue that's up there.
You can see we have some definitely some what do you call it, santos, and some different religious iconography there. And you can see on that's on our fireplace. And this one on the very end is very cool. That one is one of the most coolest ones in the niche, but they're all very cool. And of course,
I love that one. That was like the little feet were hanging over your head the whole time during the live, and I was like, he has to show everybody that one because I love it. It's like, I don't think I've ever seen any kind of sculpture or statue or anything of Jesus in that way. Like, they usually always have him on the cross or some other way, and that one was so unique to me. Like, I love it every time I see it.
As soon as we saw that one, we wanted it because he was sitting, and we said we've never seen sitting Jesus. That was a first for us.
Yeah, and like Keena said, he just sitting up just shaking his head like, look at these people. That's how I always see it, like.
Yeah, and he rules the roost in this house, and he sits here in this. This is our fireplace. So as you see, it's hard to see it, but anyway, I can't figure it out. There we go. The fireplace, there it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's a big fireplace because as you can look here, I'll show you.
Oh yeah, that fireplace is huge. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So yes, one of our favorite things about the house.
Yes. Always
and now
love that. And Don is always in a different like Elf on the Shelf. She said Jesus on the shelf. Yeah.
Someone's going to hell for that. Someone's going to hell for that.
Probably me.
Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh, tonight was good. Thank you all for the joy and the laughter. Don, it's always good with you.
Absolutely. You too, Angie. Lord knows when it works, right? We are blessed. We are blessed. All right, everybody, we will say goodbye for now. Thank you so much, and sleep tight, and we will talk to you next week or in the morning or even before then. Who knows?